Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Here we go again. And there's a lot of chaos this morning. Yes, there is. We went to war, guys. We went to war. Good morning, good morning. How you guys doing? Easy's here. G-Dog's here. Booger Glider's here. Strawberry Dragons, good morning. Chaos Crew, good morning, good morning. It's not so much of a good morning as it's just we're hanging on in there. And Bitcoin is doing the thing. Yeah, I was so tired of winning, guys. I'm so freaking tired of winning. Calling for baseline bear over the weekend. More specifically, right on top of our baseline move. So tired of winning.
We're gonna win so much, you may even get tired of winning. I say, please, don't do too much winning. Can't take it anymore.
Prime for chaos this morning as well. 65.5 on Bitcoin. In the AM, grinding down to the bottom of our channel, the same channel we've been stuck in now. This will be 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And we just got news this morning that Iran could be attacked and bombed for the next 4 to 5 weeks, according to the Trump administration this morning. Yeah, Trump says the Iran bombing could last weeks. Let's see what some of the headlines are this morning. Doomberg had a few things. AWS services got I guess wrecked over there in the UAE. We had Claudebot, I guess, go down. Some sort of I don't know. We'll listen.
Interest rates. The timeline is still unclear, with President Trump saying the Middle East operations could last weeks. Here's Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth in the last hour.
Iran's stubborn and self-evident nuclear pursuits, their targeting of global shipping lanes, and their swelling arsenal of ballistic missiles and killer drones are no longer tolerable risks. Turns out the regime who chanted death to America and death to Israel was gifted death from America and death from Israel.
Let's get the latest with Bloomberg's Dan Williams, based
Secretary
in
of
Jerusalem.
War. Yeah, Pete Hegseth. Yeah, they had that wrong. It's not U.S. Secretary of Defense. It's Secretary of War. That's what we call it now. Let's see what else we got here.
High interest. Look what's making headlines around the world. Anthropic's Claude chatbot went down today, with thousands reporting problems on the monitoring website Down Detector. The company cited errors affecting Claude.ai and its coding tool, but said the API remained functional. The outage comes as Anthropic faces surging demand and a high-stakes dispute with the Pentagon. JP Morgan is trying to gauge just how big buyout deals can get as Wall Street gets nervous after helping fund a $55 billion takeover of Electronic Arts. Bankers say huge deals now need way more cash up front and more investors to share the risk. We'll hear more from JP Morgan's chairman and CEO, Jamie Dimon, in a live interview today at 2 p.m. New York time. And Morgan Stanley says the Iran conflict likely won't derail its bullish call on U.S. stocks unless oil prices spike and stay elevated. Strategist Mike Wilson says that past geopolitical shocks rarely cause lasting market damage, but RBC warns history may not apply this time, saying
Yep. That seems to be what we're looking at this morning. Everything just kind of holding on in there for the pre-market. Again, a lot of the foreign market was closed. Some due to the war effort, and then some also due to, I guess, holiday. I guess a big chunk of Asia was shut down for holiday. So yeah, we did get a little bit of a muted price action over the weekend. Again, leaning right into our baseline target. All right, what else we got? Let's take a look and see what's going on with gold and silver this morning. Gold and silver surprised me because silver shot up to like 95, 96 over the weekend. It looks like it touched 96.5, and then it dropped. Just had a bit of a dumper-rooney this morning, coming back down to test. Looks like a previous level of resistance. Now maybe support at 90,000 and some change. Gold looking at it's doing the same sort of thing as well. Looking down here at 5,300 for support. If it loses this area, they're probably going to come back down to here around 5,300, 300 flat, more than likely. We'll see what happens today. All right, and the same thing with SP 500. Damn, just barely holding steady on that trend line. Again, the trend's your friend. It still is for now, just barely for the U.S. stock market. All right, guys, let's get back to it. Bitcoin sitting at 65.5. Market bell in about 3 minutes. How you guys feeling in the chat? Good morning. Yes, Robbie Scott says intro music really takes me back at the Club Neo days in Chicago on Clark Street. Damn, Robbie. Good stuff. Thank you so much, man. Is laundry done yet? I guess Strawberry Dragon's doing laundry since last night. I don't know. Is it done yet? Support at 90,000. Source silver or $90. That's a lot of zeros there for silver. I thought you were talking about something else. Silver. Nice says Brave. Yes, 90 flat. All right, let's get back to it. I do have a couple more clips I want to share with you if I got time.
Lasting market damage, but RBC warns.
I think over here.
How long this conflict may last.
Well, the president was very clear yesterday this could take 4 or 5 weeks. There's two things really I'm looking at. One is the Iranian rate of fire. They can't fire forever. Their systems for launching missiles have been damaged. On the other side, the United States and Israel have a limited number of interceptors. So that may, in fact, be a forcing function for the parties in the conflict, is that they just don't have the munitions to carry on for very long. The second thing I'm looking at is what are the Iranian people going to do? The president has now called upon them twice to come out into the streets and bring down the Islamic Republic. So far, we've seen sporadic celebrations of the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, but we haven't seen the mass protests. That may be a function of the fact that there are bombs falling in major cities in Iran. But so far, it seems that the regime is hanging tough.
Do we assume?
All right, so that's a quick little brief on what's going on with Iran. If you guys are sleeping under a rock over the weekend, yes, the Supreme Leader was taken out. We were talking about that on the Patreon throughout the weekend. If you guys are not part of the Patreon, guys, I got a treat for you. It's only $15 a month. That's right, $15 a month, and you can hang out with the Chaos Crew and winning. Duh.
We're gonna win so much.
We are gonna win so much, and we have been winning so much. Last week we had 3 trades go off without a hitch. We had about 70% on. Was it the Tensor, Gwei, and what was the other one? It's been a crazy week, guys. Crazy week. Zama. We still have positions in some of those as well. Head over there and see what we're trading and making some money during this bearish mini bear market, whatever. All right, let's get back over here. We have about a minute until they open, of course, open the bell today in the U.S. stock market. It'll be one of the first major opens since March began, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes off. I'm not expecting the moon today. It's Monday, so I'm expecting a false move Monday sort of deal. All right, but you never know. Seeker says Andy in the chat. Yes, also killing it with Seeker over there. Guys, if you're not over there, I don't know how to help you. I really don't, because of course you can talk to me directly on the other side. EVS might come in handy after all, says Julian Sung in the chat. Again, thanks Andy for coming on in here, reminding me about Seeker too. I forgot about Seeker. Jeez, we don't want to give away all of our special sauce though over there, but of course you got to get over there to see what we're talking about in terms of entries. What else here? Yes, I guess Strawberry's still waiting for laundry to be done. Crazy. All right. I think I said 90,000 on silver. I always do that every time I go over the chart, and I'm just like, oh, it's Bitcoin. No, it's not. Bigger numbers, smaller numbers, yeah. Of course, on silver. All right, guys, we're about ready to open that bell here any second now. Here we go.
We are moments away from the start of cash trading, and this is the first day, obviously, of trading since the U.S. and Israel launched their attacks on Iran.
March.
S&P futures down.
Welcome to March, guys. March Madness.
0.1%. So you may have expected a bigger drop than this. NASDAQ futures off 1.4%. You can see and hear the opening bells on the New York Stock Exchange, FIFA ringing the opening bell, Atlanta there, and also on the NASDAQ market side. Suffice it to say, we're focused much more on the action than the bell ringers today, as for the most part, you're going to see drops, although there are a couple of sectors where obviously you'll see some real strong green arrows.
Yeah, and I assume one of them you're referring to is energy. That's an obvious one. With the price of oil moving higher, the catalyst for getting new highs in the oil price this morning, I think the biggest move in about 4 years.
The highest is on the weekend
were
was
those
77.
headlines on LNG from Qatar being shut
right
down. It's the oil energy infrastructure we're paying close attention to. ExxonMobil up 4.8%, 4.2%. Chevron 2%. Halliburton about 0.8%, Matt.
All right, defense stocks are another sector that's higher as traders prepare for what could be a prolonged war in the Middle East, with Iran's security chief ruling out negotiations with the U.S. president saying this could actually go on multiple weeks rather than just one. Let's bring in Marianne Bartel, Sanctuary Wealth Chief Investment Strategist.
Right,
Marianne, I wonder, first off, what's your take on the moves today? We've heard from a number of people already that these geopolitical issues have historically, at least in the last few years, caused ripples and may present a buying opportunity.
Well, I would agree with the buying opportunity. One of the things throughout my career, and something I actually learned from Dick McCabe, who was a technician at Merrill Lynch for a really long time, is events like this don't change the trend. And markets have been trending up. And what we wrote in our weekly today is that our volume indicators recently hit a record all-time high. Breadth of the market has hit a record all-time high. So I don't think these events are going to derail the bull market. I think they are presenting buying opportunities. And I really like how the market's trading. It's not a harsh sell-off. I like when oil is up that the energy stocks can rally. I like that the defense stocks are rallying. So I think the underlying internals and fundamentals, because we've just had fourth quarter earnings, which are really strong. Even Mag 7 had very strong earnings. So I think the underpinnings of the market are very strong. But obviously, when you're watching the news, this can be very unsettling for investors. But we keep saying to have patience and to be fearless.
Often when people talk...
All right. I get it. That's kind of what we were talking about last night. On our Patreon, of course, on the open mics. If you guys are a part of that conversation, you know what I'm talking about. It feels like everything is already kind of priced in, and we're already exhausted. We're sitting at the bottom. We're just buying up some more, man. I know a lot of us are feeling that way. Looks like the stock market's also getting the same sort of feeling as well. Yeah, war never changes. And apparently it doesn't change the market. All right, let's see what else is going on with CNBC this morning. Jim Cramer's yap.
So you talk about when it comes to credit, we didn't even talk about the idea that rates won't come down the way we thought, given the fact that it would be very hard for a Federal Reserve to cut rates in this environment.
True. I mean, we did see what we thought was a bit of a flight to safety late last week, right, where the 10-year did fall briefly below that 4% mark. Now, as you see, a bit above it, which was interesting to note. Right. But again, we're going to keep coming back to credit for obvious reasons, and both Jim and Carl mentioned, of course, the performance of the banks on Friday. The follow-through has continued to be negative. We are looking forward to hearing Leslie Picker's interview with Chairman and CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, a little later in our programming day here at CNBC. But JP Morgan's down another 2%. Bank of America down 2, Citi down 3, and then of course moving on. I haven't even looked, so let me just take a look here. Yeah, I mean continued weakness, not that much, but in the alternative asset managers, whether it's Blackstone, Apollo, KKR, Blue Owl, or Ares, for example, all of which are down anywhere from the high 20s to low 30% for the year.
Let me ask you, do you think...
a downgrade this morning, guys, as you noted, by Barclays of Blue Owl.
Right.
And they're pointing to, what a lot of others have been talking about as well, which is just the concern around business development corporations and their ability to either garner new funds or, even more importantly, what the outflows look like. So inflows started to slow. February, which, by the way, we're not even talking about AI-related headlines, meaning the worries about software, they point out, down again. and redemption requests picking up, that doesn't necessarily point to a great near-term picture. And that's where some of the concerns are about liquidity and what selling has to be done. You sell your good stuff, Carl, but what are you leaving behind if you actually have to sell more?
Of course, Deutsche cut last week.
Yes, more fears for some of these institutions starting to I wouldn't say crumble, but showing chinks in the armor. All right, that's where we are still at that stage. 66,300 Bitcoin, having a little bit of a good open, I guess, a decent open, hanging out here, tight in this range. We are still in. I'm not sure where that stuff went. Okay, all right. Where'd my stuff go? What the hell? What am I looking at? Where the hell is my? Uh-oh, this is not good. Did I kill my my chart? It finally just threw it all out, huh? Oh my god, what happened? What happened to my chart? No, it's all gone. I don't know what's going on here. Why does this look so bizarre? Okay, I lost everything on my chart, guys. That's not good. That's not good. I have to restart my oh no, don't save it. Oh my god. That would really be bad, guys, if I just lost everything on my chart that I've been building for the last 6 years. Yeah, where's everything at? First world problems. Holy shit. That's not good. All right. Well, I'll have to figure that out. I don't think I'll be able to figure that out, actually, unless everything is, everything's gone. My chart got reset. Oh my god. What? I've got like more than half a decade on this chart. Oh my god. I'm feeling some kind of way about that. All right. Well, there's nothing I can do. I don't know. I can try to undo everything. I don't know. There's nothing. All right. Well, I guess it is what it is. I'll have to figure that out as it goes. Anyway, Bitcoin. If you guys didn't catch, the monthly close, Bitcoin did hit 5 or 6 negative candles on the monthly chart. So now we're sitting on. Some people are saying this is a record. I mean, I just go back to 2018, and we did have 5 monthly red candles in a row. If I go back here to 2018, we had. Oh no, we did. I guess this is a record. Yeah, we only had 4. We only had 4 back here in 14. Where's 18? The bear market in 18. Why does this look weird? I'm zoomed in way too far. I already went past it, I think. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there were 6 here in 2018. I guess depending on what chart you look at. This is on Bitstamp. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and right here as well on Coinbase. So we could be leaning into that, but yeah, if you Google it, finally the stuff's coming back. Oh my god, I was terrified. Holy shit!
We're gonna win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
Oh man, I'm telling you guys, that scared the hell out of me. I'm just like 5-6 years total tracking on this chart gone. Yeah, thank God this just finally came back. So I guess things are going on right now. Amazon Web Services taking a hit. All these other data centers, etc. Over there in the UAE. I don't know, man. Maybe that had something to do with it. It's always Iran. DDoS over from Iran. All right, 66,300 on Bitcoin right now. Let's take a look and see what else the news is going on about that. All right. Some of the headlines this morning. Live updates from Trump. The Defense Secretary Hegseth briefs on Iran strikes. 4th service member killed in battle. I don't know if you guys seen any of those videos. There's fighter jets falling out of the sky. There's bombs just like dropping everywhere in the middle of cities. Like it's pure hell over there in the Middle East, and I really wish everyone the best that's in that defensive. U.S. crude oil jumps more than 7% on fears of Iran supply disruption. Yeah, they shut down the Hormuz. I guess pathway out of Hormuz, of course, for oil and. Some experts are saying it's going to go up to about $100 a barrel if this continues on for weeks. What else we got going on here? Jim Cramer's things. Steve Eisman says that investors should ignore the U.S.-Iran war. Will be long-term positive in the end. Here are Monday's biggest analyst calls. Looks like Nvidia, Netflix, Amazon, and more this week. Death of Iran's Supreme Leader Khamenei, I can't even pronounce his name, raises questions about Trump's China trip. That's supposed to happen this month as well, so that's a good thing to take a look at. I think it was scheduled to be the middle of this month of March. U.S. strikes on Iran raised doubts of Trump's planned visit to China. President Xi came out over the weekend and said some negative things, of course, on America, saying this was, of course, an illegal attack and all that, of course, war crimes, etc., etc. So what else this has to say about it? Beijing, uncertainty is growing over the U.S. President Donald Trump's high-stakes trip to China after Washington targeted a second foreign leader in 2 months. Yes, just 2 months. We're having these attacks on these countries, and then don't forget the third one, third or fourth one that's probably in the pipeline, with Trump's threats to both Cuba and Mexico last week. He's calling for a peaceful takeover of Cuba, potentially coming this weekend. Every weekend we're gonna have a party, guys. Every freaking weekend we're gonna have a party.
What are you, stupid?
Yeah, pretty much. Venezuelan leader, of course, Nicolas Maduro, and took, of course, his wife from his residence just a month or two ago. And let's say that these actions could complicate Trump's high-stakes trip to Beijing. President Xi says, I won't feel easy about the death of the top leader of Iran, said George Chen, a partner of the Asia Group, noting that Beijing's relatively good relations with Tehran and Caracas. How can she feel everything is normal and all right and be prepared to welcome Trump in a visit in a happy mood, he said. Chen added that investors should manage their expectations on what Trump has achieved for China's trip if he still goes. Trump is scheduled to visit Beijing March 31st, the very end of this month, to April 2nd now. Following a fragile truce with China's reached in later October, it would mark the first trip a sitting U.S. president has had since 2017. But Beijing has yet to confirm the dates. China's foreign ministry on Sunday condemned Supreme Leader's killing, calling it a grave violation of Iran's sovereignty and security. Beijing urged an immediate ceasefire, although it was direct about the U.S. role and had been after Maduro's capture. I worry that the U.S. Side might use Iran if it's going poorly to delay the trip, said a foreign business executive tracking the meeting preparations very closely, who requested anonymity due to the sensitivity of the matter. I think the risk of the trip falling apart in the U.S. is more than the Chinese side. Okay, all right. The executive said. U.S.-based prediction markets signaled a greater likelihood of a delayed Trump trip now. As of late Monday morning, poly market started to drop in expectations that Trump would visit China. Yeah, but poly market wasn't really on it on the Iran offensive this weekend. They were a bit off. I think, remember last time we looked at that, they were looking at by the end of the year, 60% likelihood. In March, there was a 70% likelihood, and we already had it happen at the end of February. All right. I think we've exhausted this morning. That's what's still going on over there and breaking as we go on throughout the day. 66,500 on Bitcoin, almost up $1,000 as of this morning so far. Looking all right. We are hitting resistance at 666. We had a lot of area of support down there. We lost that last week, so we'll see if we can get back above 666 this morning. Let's take a look at the order books and the overall sentiment that's happening today. As we get into that, let's take a look at the order books. Let's see, what do we got this morning? Of course, guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe down below in the buttons, the boxes, all the things down below. And if I could get you also to head over to Kimba the White Snow Line, of course, bringing us the heat map for free, so we don't have to pay for Bookmap on my live. I definitely love Kimba on YouTube. All right. Let's get over here. Again, I'm not affiliated or endorsed. I've just been watching him in my personal life for the last 6 years. And I don't like paying for what I get for free. All right, so this is what we got in the order books this morning. If it lets me move around in here. My keybinds aren't working. Nope, I can't move. All right, I'll try to make do with it. 15 billion in total trading volume right now. Bears are winning about $500 million. Overall, right so far this morning, it's kind of stagnant, kind of slow. We do, of course, have the foreign markets a little off today. If you guys didn't catch it in the morning, China was closed. Iran, of course, was closed, and UAE was closed. Some of them were due for the war effort, and then, of course, some of them are just, I think, holidays. All right, so this is what we're looking at right now. Zooming on in here, we've added a bunch this as of the last 6 hours or so. Like 3 or 4 hours. Looks like a lot more support in these ranges we're looking at fighting off this morning at around 60 to 65,000. Newly, of course, being added this morning. We have some more resistance up here as well being added, more shorts. Looks like about 67, 69K is going to be defended this morning pretty well. I don't see anything that's a really big takeaway. We're going to bounce off of possibly 669 if we get that close. That's what they're setting up for right now. And our support right now could be 65 flat if we do tumble a little bit more this morning. So that's currently where we are. Sitting in a bull flag right now, at least producing one on the hour. All right, and again, it's just the beginning. Hopefully, we do hold on after 10 a.m., right? I'm just saying.
What are you, stupid?
I'm hoping. That's all behind us now. But I doubt it. There's going to be manipulation either way. Looking at the 15-minute. Yep, look at that bull flag that's developing here on the 1 minute. Boom. Hopefully we get a little bit higher, we are, pretty much right on resistance right now. 66.9 is what we need to defeat this morning. If we do break out of here and get back above 66.6, we're going back to hopefully the center of our parallel channel, which is going to be, of course, our range for the remainder of the day, somewhere between 68,000 and 65 flat. That'd be fine. That'd be fine for a Monday open. I'd be fine with that. If we just kind of keep that range, build this back up. Again, it's been more than 2 weeks now of trading in this range of 65 to 72K. We have not done anything but this range for the last 2.5 weeks. I think it's 2.5 weeks officially today. Look at that, 24 days. Holy yikes! That's insane. That's actually farther than I thought we were here. It's one more week and we've been here a month, a whole month, guys. At some point, this will be our bottom. And if a war couldn't stop it, I don't think there's anything else that would. I mean, maybe a world war, right? Maybe not just war in the Middle East, but something bigger if China does retaliate. If they enter the war effort, I think that could probably send Bitcoin down to 50K or less. Right? We'll see. But just for a daily reminder, when we were down there in these lows, right, and we did hit 60,000, we were only down there for about an hour. We could look at these wicks right here. Just for those who didn't pay attention, who's of course didn't catch up, we have two 30-minute candles down there. The wick lasted like probably 10 or 15 minutes down to 60K. That was on the 2.5 event. The 2.5 event that happened at the beginning of last month. All right. A quick little update on Bitcoin right there for you. And order books still got legs. Still got a little bit of legs, hitting our head off of 66.9 this morning. Okay, let's get back to overall sentiment. How we doing? Let me go jump right back into TradFi one more time, and then we'll take a look at sentiment this morning. Let me refresh CNBC, and we'll go back to Doomberg. Looks like CNBC's on break, and so is Doomberg probably. So we're going back in. Oh, they're talking about gas. Oil. Energy. Okay. All right. And oil right now, of course, is still coming up a little bit. All right. Let's take a look and see where we are at for the overall sentiment this morning. The stock market, oh wow, we're 20 bucks away from 67K, guys. Fear and greed right now sitting at 37 for the stock market. In fear, yes, they're back to fear again. Yes, they are. Let's see if we changed our extreme fear at all. Probably not. It's probably still sitting around 11 if I were to guess. Let's take a look this morning. 10, 1 point lower. It's been a while since we've been at 10. I don't remember seeing 10 very much. I remember 9, I remember 8, I remember 5. 5 was a doozy. The lowest we ever seen, of course, last week and the week prior. And of course, we've been stuck at these extreme fear levels now for way too long. Usually that's a bottom indicator. We've been stuck in extreme theory now for months. All right, let's continue on. What are we else are we looking at for sentiment this morning? Let's take a look at the Dixie. U.S. national debt. That's the wrong button. All right, here we go. The Dixie right now sitting at 98.4. Of course, I guess as we drop the bombs, we're looking pretty strong right now. All right, I guess the Dixie coming up above 98 this morning. Not great usually for risk on assets, but Bitcoin's looking pretty good right now. 67,200, breaking out at 66.9. Again, the idea today is get back to at least the middle of this trend line. I've been waiting for us to get. Where the hell is the rest of my? Oh yeah, back up here, guys. We're behind that now. We really need to be up here, and getting back above 69. Of course, back to the 70s. We need to build that next leg up. It's about time. All right. So that's 98.4 right now on the Dixie. We'll have to wait and see how this goes. All right, let's take a look and see how the overall market is feeling. Crypto this morning, let's go on the day. Boom, kind of choppy. Yeah, it's kind of mid, you know. It's not terrible though. It's not too much red here, believe it or not, on Monday morning. Kite's down 13%, Pippin's down 7%, Power still down 8%, back in the top 100. It did lose the top 100 here on Friday. Just got right back into it. This one just entered our space just a week ago. In the top 200 and 100, powering on through, literally powering on through. Power, if you guys aren't familiar from last week, Power is a social integrated gaming token. All right, so that's what's going on with Power. It's kind of what's going on with Meme Core, the same sort of idea. If you guys remember Meme Core, that's only up 2% today. That's kind of the narrative around Power. It's got big brands like Animoca, of course, partnered up with it. All right, let's see what else we have here. It's all in all, it looks like a pretty damn green day. Near's up 12% this morning. Morpho's up 8. We've got Jupe up 5. HTX, what the hell is that thing? HTX DAO. This one looks like it just came into our yeah, I guess it's been around here for a while. I didn't even notice it. HTX DAO. I guess we can take a look at that because I'm not familiar with it. CoinMarketCap. Did it just come out? Let me get back here. It's been around for at least it looks like it launched in March, about a year ago. Here we go. HTX. Let's see what's HTX DAO. Why does it say it's 3,700 on the market cap? Why is it in the top 100? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so looking at 5 cents there, it looks like it's total supply. It's about what? 1,000 trillion tokens? What? All right, I'm done with this thing, man. I'm done with this thing. The market cap's up $1.6 billion. Definitely is in the top 100 because it's sitting at $1.6 billion valuation. I'm not sure where this ranking comes from though. All right. So that's what's going on with DAO. It is a pivotal HTX token, pivotal to the HTX DAO, plays a crucial role and dedicated supporter of the visionaries driving decentralized economy advancements, making an integral part of the future blockchain ecosystem developments. Okay, whatever. It looks like transformation within the decentralized economy, enabling realization of pioneers and concepts. Within the HTX DAO, the HTX token serves as various functions, facilitating transactions, offering fee discounts, and granting access to exclusive ecosystem features and services. HTX tokens actively participate in decentralized governance through voting, emphasizing inclusivity, distribution strategy. This is part of I'm assuming a DEX token, right? Governance and decentralized government, global community inviting HTX holders. All right. It's nothing that I'd be interested in anyway. All right, continuing on. Bitcoin's still hanging out at 67 flat. Yeah, shooting up $1,000 on the morning open. That's where we are. Maybe, guys, we are just done with this range now. We finally have enough time to build support. Possibly this week could be the determining factor. Are we going to finally see 70s again this week? Hopefully we get this game moving. All right, let's get back over here. Anything else going on in bubbles? Looking for DCA opportunities today on the weekly. Anything oversold? 15% off, 20% off. We have a couple, not many. Bitcoin Cash is down 17%, losing the top 10 last week. Now sitting in the top 11 with Cardano, of course, finally overthrowing it after a month or two. Of course, Cardano losing the top 10. I still don't know why Bitcoin Cash is even relevant. I guess maybe some of the normies are coming back with their tax refunds, and they're buying Bitcoin Cash because it's cheaper than Bitcoin. That's usually what happened. That's what happened in 2021. I can only imagine what's going on now. I do know the blockchain has evolved since, of course, 2021. So Pippin sitting at 23% off this morning. If you guys are still trading Pippin, Atom is down 15% this morning on the weekly here, on the 15% off. Again, there's only 2 opportunities right now, maybe 3 if you're looking at, of course, oversold assets on the weekly. On the monthly, we're still looking for 30s and 40s, and as we continue to stay down another month in the same range, we are grinding to a halt. There's hardly anything oversold anymore, guys. I don't even see anything here that's 30% off. This is where we look for 30% off. There's nothing here. Zcash is the closest thing we have. It's 29.2% off. Guys, the bottom seems like it's in. If not, I'm waiting for more blood. I keep deploying every day, and I'm running out of dry powder. I think I got a third left of my dry powder remaining to spend, because I'm just getting in every day. I'm just like, we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom until otherwise determined. It feels like the bottom. BGB is the only thing here close to 40%. That's BitGet, and I'm not touching a freaking exchange token. It's 36% off right now on the monthly. That's it, guys. That's it. I don't like a damn thing on here. Not a damn thing. Remember when SWI was oversold 35%? Now it's only 22. Remember when Solana was oversold 35%? Now it's only, what, 17? Where the hell's Solana? It's too many damn coins. 21%. You're missing the bottom, guys. If you didn't get in, this could have been the bottom. I'm just saying. All right, there's no certainty or there's no guarantees in crypto, but it does look like the bottom is in. All right, looking at the top 200, doing the same thing over here on the daily. You got a few are oversold, a few percentages off here. More red here than there is in the top 100 at the current moment. Seekers down 4%. That's been one of our plays here on my channel. If you guys have, of course, caught some of Dylan's dimes over on the Patreon, for those who are aware. IP Stories also oversold AF. I picked more of this up over the weekend as well. If you guys, of course, have been sleeping on this, this is sitting at the very bottom as well. It just actually got knocked into the top 200 this week. It was sitting at the top 100 forever, and it finally got dethroned. Looks like as of I think it was Friday or Saturday, sitting at 112 in market cap. Let's see, anything else here? Any other big takeaways? Of course, I think that's it. I think IP is the most oversold right now on the day. On the weekly, we got IPs down 17%. Yeah, and some news on this too. We were discussing this in the Patreon. I don't want to give up all of our sweet little details we discuss over there, but yeah, there's something that happened over there that kind of delayed something that was supposed to be negative for what was going to happen for IP. Some of that selling pressure could still be going on from some falsehood news. Humanity token sitting at 20% off right now this morning. I'm not a big fan of that one. It's of course a very dystopian future coin. Golem down 15% here on the week, and that's it. That is it, guys. You got 3 coins that are down in our range, right, in our criteria right now for oversold on the weekly. On the monthly, we're looking for 40s and 50s, and it's mostly just what's like a trend or narrative driven. IP still 46% off over here on the monthly. It's definitely one I've been looking at. It was 52% off last week. All right, so it's definitely one that I've been loading up on the last few weeks. River's looking at 53% off here. River, of course, being part of the privacy coin sector trend. We've got, is that Trust Wallet coin? Yeah, that's 36% off. Fartcoin's 31. Pulse Chain's 32. Optimism, of course, still seeing the fallout from Coinbase base token partnership. And that's it. That's it, guys. I don't like any of this stuff. IP is going to be my top pick right now here on the top 200. Everything else, I don't like. I'm not a big fan of. I think it's too much risk, or it's just not oversold enough. Sentient is down 47%. It did have its launch on Coinbase not too long ago. It is grounding to a halt though, so maybe this is something that you want to look at. It's 47% off there. Maybe do some research on that, and yeah. Other than that, it's just going to be another very stale week in terms of what to pick up. There's nothing oversold right now, guys. We're going to have to look at the top 300, and there's nothing of value. I don't think that you want to be careful in here. MYX has moved all the way to the top 300, though. That's insane. Losing the top 200 last week on MYX. Down 92% now on the month. Insanity. Insanity. This project's still pretty new as well. That could be an explosive move to the upside. You want to do some research into that as well. All right, guys, that's my 2 cents. My 2 cents, not financial advice.
I'd buy that for $1.
All the opportunities are gone. They're all gone. You have to wait for some more later. 67,000, still attempting to hold on Bitcoin. Let's take a look over there and then jump back into some TradFi news. How is Bitcoin doing right now? All right, let's take a look. On the chart here on the 1 minute, anything else? Yeah, sneaking on in here. Bull flag, bull flag, bull flag. Getting tighter and tighter in this range. Possibly a breakout today. Back to 69, 68K. Dude, let's see that. Love to see that. It's been a while since I played this too. Let's go. Let's go.
Go.
Tight. Yes, tight like a tiger. Yes. Really? Yes, like a tiger. Yes.
Like a tiger blood.
Bull flag on Bitcoin on the 1 minute. Let's go. Send it. Send it back up to, of course, the middle of our... Here it is. Here it is. Oh. It could be. Let's back test this real quick. See if there's anything else really standing in the way. 67.3, 67.4. Probably get stopped out maybe first around 68. It's going to be maybe 67.7, 67.8. The 8s and 3s right now have been a lot of resistance right now, sitting at 67.3. 3, if we can break out of 3, we're going to 67.8. That's what we're looking at right now. The 3s and the 8s, man. This weird world we live in on crypto in 2026. All right, so that's what's going on Bitcoin right now. I'll keep that on the side here. Of course, price action. Keep an eye on that. Let's get back to the TradFi real quick and then catch up with you guys in the chat. So far, it's a pretty good day. All right. Looks like Bloomberg's on break and CNBC is back.
It's very key. We get the big jobs report this week. Well, 48.3 expected, 48.8 better than expected, and 48.1 in the rearview mirror. So it's better than expected. It's better than the rearview mirror. Here's the problem. It's the 29th consecutive month under 50. Interest rates are moving up. Parallel shift on the yield curve. The short end and the long end are each down about 8 basis points. Sarah, back to you.
Okay, Rick, thank you very much. Rick Santelli. So where do we look on a day like today? You have to start in the energy market because that is driving a lot of the price action and a lot of the concerns about the economic impact of this war. Look at Brent crude oil, for instance. That's the global benchmark. It is surging. Gas prices, especially in Europe, surging as well after Qatar made that announcement that they would be pausing. Remember, Qatar is a big gas supplier to Europe. What the market is telling you is that this is going to hurt inflation, the consumer discretionary travel stocks under pressure a lot this morning. You know, Wolf Research put out a pretty good analysis. They cited the Federal Reserve's FRB U.S. model for a $20 increase in energy prices. For every $20 increase, you see a 7 basis point hit to the level of real GDP and nearly 40 basis point boost to headline CPI. Year over year. So they actually put out a projection of what, say, a $20 increase in oil prices would mean for CPI, for inflation. And you can see, I mean, there's an elevated effect for, the better part of the year. If this sustains Q2, Q3, Q4, we're talking about almost point.
All right. We talked about that this morning as well. Looks like September is going to be our target for another rate cut at this point with inflation on the rise in the news. And don't forget, guys, we never stop inflating the dollar. Come on. Inflation never ends, We're
going to win so much.
We're always going to win when it comes to that. Why? Because Trump knows.
The U.S. federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. We're borrowing from future generations.
That's right. And I can't find my lighter. I want to light up another. There we go. Let's go. Let's light up another 20 this morning. How you guys doing this morning? How you guys feeling? Holding on to these silly dollars. Oh shit. All right. Of course, feeling that kind of way. Sitting at 1,500 so far on the move. Bitcoin sitting up 67.3 this morning. Looking pretty good. Let's take a look at the order books and see if there's there's still got legs. Damn. So we blasted through 66.6. Of course, setting up here at 67.3. If we get breakthrough 3, we're going to 67.8, 67.9. That's how it goes. The 3s to 8s, 3s to 8s, 3s to 8s. It's been like that all year. It's been a weird price action. Let's go back here in the chat, catch up with you guys. Fake dump says Dre. Fake pump. Ooh, I'll calling for a fake out this morning. Yes, calling for a false move Monday. Usually that's what we see. But with Jane Street off the table, it looks like markets is just gonna do markets things. Market makers are in charge right now to the upside. What else we have here? Why is the market pumping since Dre? The market's pumping because allegedly Jane Street is not controlling the market anymore. Ghost Operation says Polymarket insider fraud. What? Polymarket insider fraud? Question mark? Andy's got a clip here for us to check out as well. Thank you, Andy. Let's take a look and see what you got here in the chat. I must have missed this earlier. Tom Lee, March is going to be a turnaround month for the better. Yeah, typically it is after 5 or 6 red candles in a row.
Part of me, Scott, just thinks this has just been a tough February, and it makes people feel like it's a bear market and we're down 1% for the month. I think March is going to be a turnaround month for the better. I don't think the economy's slowing. In fact, if you look at things like rejection rates for trucking, it actually points to the economy probably accelerating. So I think if there is a growth scare, it's really just more of a risk premium than it is companies actually delivering news that would scare you about the economy.
There you go. Tom Lee, of course, calling for the same thing as well. Guys, I just showed you the red monthly candles in a row. We've never, ever had a bear market bottom for 6 red candles in a row. If we do continue this, it'll be the first time we've seen it. So it looks like this morning we want to recover a bit. We're not that far away from the middle of our channel now. We got to get back above 68.5 on Bitcoin. All right, and the move, of course, will take us to the 70s. Hopefully by the middle of the week. We've been here long enough. It only usually takes about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, guys, to build a new bottom. Or a new level, of course, new level of support to move another leg up. And now we're sitting at 4 weeks. So it looks like 3 weeks? 4 weeks? 4 weeks. This will be 4 weeks, I think. It's insane. The time is just flying on by, guys. Flying on by. It's been 24 and a half days now in this range. All right. Let's take a look and see what else is going on. I'm not sure what the hell that is over there on X. Pump. Oh, this weird shit, of course, on crypto Twitter. See how you guys are feeling in the chat. The rest of you guys over there. Joy, happy joy. Yes, guys. Hopefully you guys are happy about the price action this morning. I don't know. Some of you guys in the chat, I don't feel you're happy.
I don't think you're happy enough. I'll teach you to be happy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. I told you I'd shoot, but you didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me? Happy, joy, happy, joy, happy, joy.
Yes, Otaku is the people champ. Also love this group. The community is all positivity and friendships being built. Thank you so much for the kind words, Joy. Thank you. John Doe also saying it's covering to see some of the peeps in the chat. Otaku, have such a loyal fan base in this pure chaos. I love it here. Chat. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. John Doe saying I started investing during this long bear market. Still here. This year-long bear market? What? Still here. That's saying something for this rookie. Yeah. I hope you definitely get some wins there, John, as well. Joyce says Otaku is the people's champ. Thank you so much. Here and making money in the bear market. Yes, in the bear market. Over on the Patreon, guys, don't forget, just another shill for the Patreon. If you guys haven't already joined us over there, it's for less than a date with your mom, less than a bottle of Tito's, which I think has moved back there because I'm not drinking any more Tito's in the mornings. That was a big mistake the other day. Oh my
What
God.
are you, stupid?
But yeah, guys, we're only $15 a month. Of course, you can hang out with the Chaos crew. Learn and grow with us. Guys, don't do it alone. Don't do it alone. All right, moving on. Let's see what anything else going on at Doomberg. Let's get back over there.
In the Middle East is really a triple whammy for airline stocks. They rely on crude oil to determine the price of the fuel.
All right, still talking about oil. Bitcoin now up $2,000 on the move this morning. 67.8 on Bitcoin. Still moving, still going. Again, the length of move almost here, almost here. So if you guys are shorting, longing right now, you might want to be out, especially if you're longing on leverage. You might want to be out already. just saying. Yeah, get out of the way. Get out the way. If we do continue this up here, we could do another sort of, some tight price action here right around 10:30. Yeah, that's about the time frame we have right now. 10 o'clock, 10:10 right now on the move. If we do get a little bit more tight up in this range, it's possible we do get back above 68,000 here in the next hour or less. Like that's half hour. 68,000 in the cards right now as we speak. 68.8, 68.5, possibly coming soon. Looks like we are flipping the market. Let's get back over the order books. Right now, and the bulls and the bears aren't that far apart in overall trading volume either. 16.7 right now, flipping bullish. And it's 16.8 for the bears. Almost about ready to flip them in volume, but only about 100. Oh wow, they just tied. Yes, now horns and fangs, about ready to, I guess, rip off the ear of the bear this morning. Holy crap, guys! Holy crap! Next leg up would be 68.5, which is the center of our parallel channel. This move here, boom, boom. That's what we're watching for. That was quick. That was quick. Shit. So the next 15 minutes. I'm on the 1 minute still. Yeah, 15 minutes, 30. 15, 20 minutes. Sitting at 68.5, testing the center of our range. For the day. This will be a really good day, guys, if we can get back above there. The foreign market, again, China didn't open. So right now it's all just Americans buying up the dip and the market makers pushing us higher. All right, let's get back in here. I want to see if anything is popping off in the chat. We do have to get back over to crypto news. We haven't covered crypto news yet. We're 10 minutes late now. Damn, 10 minutes late. Too much price action going on Bitcoin. Let's take a look and see what else is going on in our market. All right. European banks seek exchange partners ahead of 2026 stablecoin launch. This is not World War III. 5 things to know about Bitcoin this week. Bitcoin bottom signals, 130% rally, Morgan Stanley custody crypto. What else we got? The bottom is in, according to Morgan Stanley. Michael Saylor's strategy buys 204 million of Bitcoin on their 101st purchase. 101st purchase. That was a bigger buy than they had last week. Let's see. Was it 3,000? Oh, that's bigger than the last two weeks of buys. 3,000 Bitcoin now at 67.7 a piece on their 101st purchase, making another buy below cost basis and lifting the total holdings up to 720,700 Bitcoin. I think that puts them ahead of BlackRock now, doesn't it? Unless BlackRock's still sitting around 750. I think they still are. Let's take a look and see what Bitcoin treasuries this morning. 68.2. Guys, we're $300 away from the center of our parallel channel already. Holy crap. Coming on in there. Hot and heavy and fast. Hot and heavy and fast. We'll see. We're starting to wick there a little bit. Will we get it? Will we get it before 10:30? That's the idea. By 10:30. 68.5 on Bitcoin. All right, let's get back here. Where was I? Strategy. Yeah, we're taking a look at Bitcoin treasuries. I wanted to see where BlackRock's currently holding. Let's see, ETF outflows, of course, the inflows we got back last week. 750,000. So they're getting close, man. They're getting close. This is a single company versus an asset manager. It's insanity. Absolutely insanity. Now, of course, sitting more than the largest single entity, literally. All right, $100 away from the center of our parallel channel this morning. This would be a huge recovery. Holy crap, huge recovery. Last time we had a breakout like this, it's been a long time. Long time. It was probably the 2.5 event. Honestly, it was probably the 2.5 event. We haven't seen any sort of price action. Oh, here's one. We got like a $2,000 candle there, 2,400. We're a little higher than that now, almost up to 3,000. $20 away from the 68.5. There it is, 68.5. Boom! Let's go! Let's go! Down the center of our parallel channel. All right, so yeah, 2.5 event. I want to see how big that came up in the morning too. If I can get back there. Holy shit! There it is. Yeah, I think that was maybe a $3,000 candle on that big first move. 5,700 on that first move out. That's insane. Yeah, with a took about 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours, $6,000 move. Bitcoin right now is sitting almost up to 3. It's trying to get back above 3,000 on that move. It was at 28. I think 28 on that wick up. Let's see. Come on, do the thing. 3,200 total from the day on the low from this morning to where we are now on that move. Crazy. So yeah, this is looking like a pretty good day. And if Bitcoin wants to do its thing, we could actually start to break the top of this channel. If it gets that bull tardish, right? Bull tardish. It's possible by the end of the day we could see 70,000 or 69K. I mean, it's not that far away. It's not that far away at all. $500. Well, give or take $500 to 69K. All right, so that's what's going on with microseller, more purchasing more Bitcoin. Let's take a look. Anything else going on Cointelegraph this morning before we jump on to another news outlet? Will Bitcoin crash of oil prices hit $100 per barrel? Will it? This is coming from Nancy Lubale over on Cointelegraph. Oil prices are rising and as the U.S.-Iran conflict continues, but whether Bitcoin will suffer for its debate, as strong history suggests that bullish Bitcoin price outlook. Escalating Middle East conflict pushes oil to 79. It did come back down to 72 this morning, so that's an update. The high I remember seeing a 77. It's about what I remember seeing over the weekend, putting Bitcoin at risk of a drop to 60K due to inflation stocks and delayed federal rate cuts. Bitcoin drops a lot against oil price spikes in the short term, but outperforms in the medium to long term. Always outperforms in the medium to long term. This, of course, is just another narrative. Data in the Trading View showed oil rose about 15-month high of 79.84 during the early Asian trading hours on Monday. The news of Iranian drones hitting Saudi Aramco's Ras Tanura refinery. And, of course, they shut down Hamas. Both the S&P 500 NASDAQ composite index are down around 1% on the day of time of writing. And the poly market bettors are pricing in the 56% odds of crude oil trading above $90 per barrel in March, and a 44% chance of it crossing $100. That's, of course, on the poly markets. All right. Okay, so yeah, this is the single most important variable. If Iran moves to close the Strait of Hormuz, oil could rip past $100 to $108, and that's just an oil story. And inflation stock crypto analyst BabyX said that in the recent post, adding higher oil equals higher inflation expectations, higher for longer rates. However, Arthur Hayes, former CEO of exchange BitMEX, argued that based on historical patterns, American intervention in the Middle East ultimately leads to the Fed rate cuts or printing money to finance the war effort, a move he believes will drive Bitcoin prices, of course, higher. The longer Trump engages in the extremely cost of Iranian nation building, the higher the likelihood of the Fed lowers the price and increases the quantity of money to support the Pax America's latest bout of a Middle East aventurism, he said in the latest essay. And we're already printing like madmen anyway to make adjustments to the federal the Fed's balance sheet. So yeah, it's only going to be adding to the fire. All right, and you got to feed the fire, guys. Don't forget to feed the fire.
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace.
Yes.
Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
Yes, and I will finish off this $20 bill. I almost got it. Oh no, never mind. I grabbed another one. This is remnants of a 50 from last week. Oh god. I have such a mess on my desk. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let's take a look and see what else is going on in Doomberg. Anything else happening over here? They are on break right now. CNBC. 68.4. SP 500 stock stage comeback. Major indices off lows after Iran strikes.
Expectations, but I always ask in these moments, what specifically should the market be repricing today based on what we know? And the market's decided if oil's going to stay within this 1-2 year range and we don't really have anything to change the equation on the macro, then we're not going to reprice anything radically. I think we're also benefiting from the fact that the market's been kind of confused and kind of trading messily and kind of hedged up coming into this period. It wasn't like we finished Friday thinking everything's great, nothing can go wrong. I think we already had hedge funds with substantial short positions. If you look at their positioning, it's very neutral at the moment, but mostly it got neutral, not by them selling their stuff, but by going short a lot of things. And so I do think that's helping us in a way because we weren't over our skis in terms of risk appetites coming into it. Now, we don't know how it's going to play. All I'm looking at is the market's range. The S&P 500, even at the lows this morning, did not threaten the first quarter lows that we've hit a couple of times, and even the December lows are below that. So far, not much change. I am interested in how tech is trading off of this. So software has been beaten up badly. It's got a bid today. So you have a counter trend move right there that I think you're going to have people hunting for parts of the market that aren't dependent on oil or trading goods.
Yeah, well, I mean, on Friday, obviously, as we should have, we focused a lot, continued on private credit, on the banks in general and credit. The banks are kind of showing some signs of life now after opening down. So are the alternative asset managers. And then to your point on technology, NVIDIA, which of course had extremely strong earnings, to which they got a very negative response, but it's showing real signs of life this morning, up some 2%. Did announce these two deals as well on sort of optical infrastructure for data centers with both Coherent and Lumentum.
Yeah, and I think it's really more.
All right, I got to get back over here. We did hit it, guys. 10 minutes ahead on schedule. 68,500, the middle of our range. Let's go. Yeah, this if you guys didn't take profits on that long, if you did get it in a long, like I mentioned earlier, you want to get out now. Anything's possible after this point. Let's take a look at the order books and see what's possible. Actually, let's see what's building up. What is gearing up for the next move on Bitcoin? All right, so right now there's a bunch of chop. Our shorts are getting wrecked right now this morning. 69,000 is really not that far away. That's only a few $100s now. And yeah, it looks like they are building up a little higher on the meat of this move to try to defend this range. Zoom on in, take a look and see what we got. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, guys, over here on YouTube. All right, let's do the thing. Come on, get in here. Why is this broken? There we go. Struggle with this damn thing. All right, let's zoom on in. All right, so yeah, you can see we are definitely giving them a run for their money now. Look at this in the last 20-30 minutes. They are starting to move this higher, moving it higher on their orders above 69K, closer now to 70 flat being added up there. It's possible we do see 70K today. I keep saying it. It's looking like we do have the move to get there. Smashing through this large area of support or resistance we had before. This is in the short term, this is the biggest thing we're looking at. 68,500, the middle of this range. So now we're looking at the speed bumps between here we are at 68.5 and 70K. And there's quite a bit still there. On the short term. In the long run, though, I mean, there's still a lot more ahead of us than there is below us. Large level support still holding around 60K. So 60-65 is definitely going to be a test of building this range up in the next coming days this week if we do not lose it anytime soon. Again, remember, it's Monday. False move Mondays are usually a thing. So we could trade this range and come all the way back down and just give all that back away to the bears. Still could happen. All right, we are starting to get the bears, speaking of which, coming out right now, selling a huge amount at this range, starting to flip the tide back in their favor here at the center of our parallel channel. Again, everyone's looking at the same thing I'm looking at, guys. it's all psychology in the markets. That's why I say right here is probably going to be a stepping stone. If we can get above here, we are going to 70K. If If we cannot get above here, we are still going back down to retest 65.5, 66.6. 666 is probably going to flip into support. If I were to be a betting man, it's going to probably stop at 66.8. We come back down for a retest and we do lose 67.8. Again, still early, still too early to tell. All right, that's still on the move, guys. Still on the move. Let's get back to the chat real quick, catch up with you guys, and more scrolling through the doom. Let's see. Now it's time to go down. Yes, 100% Dre. That's what I'm thinking as well. Ray Farming Freeman says drops in crypto should hit this afternoon into tomorrow AM. That's when I expect to see silver rebound, but who knows? Says Brave. Yes. Who knows? Only the market makers know. Studying all the morning, sending out my my chaos. Let's go, Nebs. Let's go. He said the word. He said the word. Okay. John Doe this morning. Yes, pump it up. Oh my God. John Doe says, play the pump it up one more time, please. The Futures AI pump song as soon as possible. I can't finish without it. Oh my God. Whoa. It sounds like you're really getting, you're really getting a little bit sexually charged from this, man. Oh geez. You guys are nuts in the chat. Okay. I don't have that video. That's not my thing. I don't know where that came from. Someone sent it to me and I played it. And I got drunk and I played it way too many times than I probably should have. All right. Bitcoin's still hanging out at 68.5, the center of course, our parallel channel. The longer we stay here, the more tighter we will get, and possibly a breakout could be coming. More than likely, you're going to see a breakdown and retest to about 67.8 coming soon. But we are starting to wick. Man. Do it, send it. That's on the 5 minute there. On the 1 minute, looking like it wants to roll over. Looks like it wants to roll over. Could be getting bullish. Could be getting mini bullish div in there. But yeah, they have enough to push us back. More than likely, it's going to be bearish. Setting us back down to maybe it's only 68.3 on that move. Maybe this first retest only 68.3. And then, maybe there's enough there to get us back through another pass and then a retest and then a breakout. But yeah, we still have to wait and see how that will play. All right, let's get back to it. I'm not waiting for the corn. Let's see what else is going on the lives. Doomberg, what do you got now? Morgan Stanley Wilson says Iran unlikely to dent bullish view. Everyone's like, yeah, screw war. We're tired of it. We're tired of waiting. We want our profits. We want our profits now. Okay. Anything else going on? Let's take a look at, how about CoinDesk this morning? We need more crypto news. Tom Lee, Bitmine boosts in Ethereum holdings to 4.47 million tokens with a $98 million Ethereum purchase. Again, the big two, Ethereum and Bitcoin treasuries, are not stopping. They're still buying. Turkey's ruling party unveils 10% crypto income proposal. Iranian crypto outflows jump 700% minutes after the U.S.-Israeli strikes. Wow, damn. Blockchain analytics firm said flows from the Iran's largest exchange spiked immediately after the U.S.-Israeli strikes on Tehran, according to the possible capital flight. Last time we saw this, guys, Bitcoin ran from, what was it? I think it was like 60, 70 to 90K, right? I think it was. That was when the protesters, and they were killing protesters over there. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Outgoing crypto transactions from Iranian exchange Novitex surged 700%. That's a ridiculous number. Within minutes after the initial strikes of the weekend, per Elliptic. The analytics firm linked over other spikes and outflows of U.S. sanctions announcements in January. Unrest followed by an internet blackout. People got to get their funds out, man, before, of course, the whole grid gets shut down. Funds appear to be moving overseas exchanges, potentially bypassing banking controls. The report said capital outflows from Iran's largest exchange dropped 700% within minutes of the first Israeli strikes. Elliptic in transactional volumes leaving Novitex spiked almost immediately after the strikes, suggesting that rush to move the funds offshore. So, of course, probably the Garcore, the ones, of course, facilitating a lot of the transactions for the Central Bank of Iran. Initial blockchain tracing indicates that the crypto was sent over overseas exchanges that have historically received significant inflows from Iran. The activity potentially represents capital flight from Iran and bypasses the traditional banking system. According to Dr. Tom Robinson, Elliptic's co-founder and chief scientist, over the weekend coordinated U.S. and Israeli attacks struck multiple targets in Iran, killing supreme leader. We're not going to get into all that again. Novitex allows users to convert Iranian rials into crypto and withdraw funds into external wallets, offering a route around traditional banking channels. The exchange processed $7.2 billion in crypto transactions in 2025 and claims that more than 11 million users, making it essential to Iran's digital asset ecosystem. Elliptic has previously linked the exchange to IRGC, aligned financial activity reported in January, and central bank appeared to be using Novitex in efforts to support the weakening rial. Iran's crypto ecosystem previously reports detailed Iran's a growing use of cryptocurrencies as a hedge against a weakening rial and as a potential workaround for international sanctions. U.S. authorities probing whether the digital asset platforms have enabled state-linked actors to move funds and access hard currency outside the traditional banking system. Blockchain research cited in these reports estimates that Iran-linked crypto activity has reached into billions of dollars annually, spanning retail users as well as according to official sanctioned entities. Robinson's also flagged additional surges in Iranian crypto outflows earlier this year. The largest came in January 9th, following the widespread anti-regime demonstrations. Yes, this is what I was talking about mentioning earlier with the protesters and the blackout. Two additional surges followed the U.S. sanctions announcements targeting Iranian actors, suggesting crypto may be used to migrate the impact of sanctions. Major altcoins dropped sharply immediately after the strikes. Bitcoin briefly fell below 64K before recovering to the mid 60,000s, underscoring crypto's sensitivity to geopolitical tensions. Ethereum and other tokens also declined. Yada yada. Of course, it's all history now. All right, so that's I guess the latest out of Iran, and of course their outflows. They're getting the money out, man. They're getting the money out. Let's see. South Korea investigates seed phrase leak. Anti-Populamas pro-cap financial buys 450 Bitcoin. Any other big news this morning? Riot platforms, core scientific earnings, U.S. job reports, crypto week ahead. This week, we can take a look and see what's on the chopping block this week. More U.S. jobs reports. Those are going to be fun. God. Especially after what we heard last week. 40 companies laying off like big chunks, big fractions, some half of their entire staff. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to affect the jobs reports this week. Also due to the week, U.S. jobs reports from February, the world's largest economy and forecast have added 60,000 non-farm positions this month, according to the consensus estimate on trading economics. Traders will also look at monitoring the Middle East, which have seen the U.S. and Israel strike. The President Donald Trump called major combat operations. Yeah, they're talking about doing that for, what, 4 or 5 weeks total now. It's we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't last that long. But, yeah, it looks like the whole month is going to be just bomb, 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 bomb Iran, which just sucks. It sucks.
What are you, stupid?
Yep. Yeah, expected to last 4 or 5 weeks earlier than expected. Okay, we're risking our appetite back. Okay, we've got some dates here now. Here we go. Here we go. Anything huge here? Looks like in crypto, we got Super Rare to release Delirium. March 2nd, we got Mantra's OM token to change Mantra with a 1-4 coin split. Damn, more I guess turbulence coming from Mantra. That thing just doesn't get a break. SoulSex mobile app on Google Play. Looks like that's launching. Qubit begins testing parallel Dogecoin mining and AI training. That's on Qubit. The US ISM manufacturing PMI for February is estimated to be 52.3. I saw this morning on Doomberg they were already carrying like 52 flat. Either way, it's higher than 50. I guess that's all that people really want to hear. Let's see, Eurozone inflation rate, the year-over-year flash for February. Eurozone, Australia GDP growth, China MBS manufacturing PMI. It's going to be on March 3rd. That's a lot, man. It's a long list of things, of course, happening. ISM Services PMI for February is going to happen on March 4th. Fed Beige Book coming out. No updates from the new update from the Beige Book coming on March 4th. Jobs loss claims on the 5th. So by the end of the week, man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Non-farm payrolls on March 6th. U.S. unemployment rate, average hourly earnings, retail sales. China inflation rate on March 8th, and then we're getting into next week now. Okay, all right. So that's pretty much all we'll have to look up this. I think the job numbers and inflation is going to be, of course, in the headlines this morning, but it's probably not going to matter. All right, we know inflation's here to stay since 2020. It's not going to go away. 68.9, getting back to 69K here, right on schedule. Let's go. 10:34 a.m. Let's go. A little higher. 20 bucks, man. 120 bucks. Man, how close did we get on that wick? We did wick it about $5 away from hitting 69K this morning. Let's get back to the order books. Catch up with you guys in the chat again. I'm all over the place this morning, man. This is a very, very fun and chaotic day. All right. It's 30 bucks away, guys. And the Bulls still got them on the run. Still about $100 million ahead of the Bears in terms of overall trading volume. The Bears are definitely putting up a wall at 69K. 69K. And they continue to build higher too. I just showed you guys this about 10 minutes ago, and you can see they're still inching higher on these shorts. They're moving and retreating into higher and higher levels. This is, of course, really good to see on the morning open. All right, so yeah, we're looking at 69,000 flats, then 69,005. They keep moving that in the short term. Let's see what else we got going on here. Again, the next level of resistance is going to be probably right around 71K. We're getting into some chop here, right? We already pushed through the largest portion of it. If we can get through this, we're more than likely going to see 70K today, just by the end of the trading session. If we don't get slapped down by intraday trading, 12:30 to 1 o'clock in the afternoon too, more than likely we're going to see 70K play out today. All right, let's get back to the chat. Now is the time to go down, says DeRay. That's what I thought too, man. But we're still got legs. Braveheart and Freedom says drops in crypto should hit this afternoon into tomorrow, and that's when I expect silver to rebound. But nobody knows. Studying all the morning, sending out my chaos. Thank you, Nebs. Thank you. John Doe says, Nebs, keep that chaos zipped up, bud. FUBU Brothers Unite. What the hell? All right. Still, man, we still got legs. It's crazy. 69 right now, chopping into. Man, we could see an explosive move after getting this range. This is nuts. Guys, testing the top of this channel by the end of the day. More than likely, by the end of the day. This is crazy. Crazy. Yeah, hopefully we don't stay within this range. We just break out of the channel. Bitcoin's gonna do what it wants to do, man. We could see a $10,000 correction in a single day. It's not like we haven't seen that before. To get us back above there, it wouldn't be impossible. We see low 70s today. All right, don't get too bull-hearted. It's a Monday. It's a Monday, guys. Don't get too bull-hearted. But I am looking at right now somewhere between like Tuesday, Wednesday. If as long as China doesn't come out and retaliate or start digging moves over there in Taiwan, yeah, 72,000 still could be seen in the next day or two, if not today. All right. Yep, 69.5 coming in hot. That's the next area of resistance for the Bears. They're running out of rails. They're running out of runway. 72, 73. 72 is going to be the biggest area of resistance we have to break through. That's of course the top of the channel. I don't know if we're going to break through that today. I'd be surprised, man. It's maybe it is because Jane Street's finally not doing the thing. Everyone's alleging them they did. I know a lot more companies came out and sued them last week. So there's a lot of evidence of wrongdoing there. I don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes with those naked shorts, but yeah, we'll watch it. We'll watch it as it develops. 69.5 coming in. This is crazy, guys. On the meat of this move coming out of the weekend. Yeah, if you guys didn't catch, of course, the live on Friday, we called for baseline bear, and we pretty much got exactly our baseline target, breaking out on the morning. Who would have thunk? We also weren't aware that China was going to be closed. I think it was a holiday that the market was closed, so we didn't get anything too crazy over the weekend either way. All right, 69.3 on Bitcoin. Holy crap, man. It just wants to keep running. Take a look at the 1 minute. Watch the corn. That leg up, man. Next leg up, where does that take us? Next leg up takes us to about 70K. Yeah, about 70K on that next move. Will she hold? Will she run? It's getting too tight, man. It's getting tight. All right, let's get back to it. I want to see what else is going on. Doombird. Bears are definitely stepping up right now. We are about $200 million ahead of them in terms of total volume. All right, let's see. Anything else breaking on the news? We covered, of course, most of the major news outlets for crypto. Doomberg's on break. Let's take a look at the real news over on X after I just run right into CNBC. What else they got?
In Ohio and Indiana, I think it's 1.1 million homes, in addition to a clean energy supplier.
Up on that.
I just read some things. You know, sometimes they stick.
There you go.
When we come back, a lot more on the streets, reaction to the war in Iran. Market expert Richard Bernstein will look at the impact on inflation and on stocks. By the way, don't miss Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan's chief, live from the company's annual global levy.
No, they moved that up to 140 now. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, don't forget, guys, to join the Patreon. It's only $15 a month, and you would have been able to get in on some of our trades. Guys, it's crazy. Last week, some of these coins moved up 70%. 2 of them moved up 70%. And, of course, we got Dylan over there. Dishing it out, man, making us money in the bear. All right. Let's see what else we got. How is the market holding up today? Holy crap, guys. Everything is looking green. Speaking of our moves, I might have to start looking at my bags. Geez. Robo also killing it. That was another one that Dylan over there was talking about. Already up now 50% on the day. If you guys got in on that with our community, you are killing it. It's insane. Shout out to Dylan, man. He's been doing the work, man. Doing the work for us, and we're making money. All right. I can't stop. That's insane. Nice. Robo now breaking the top 200 because of it. All right, let's get back to it. We're gonna do doom scrolling over here on X. Damn, that's 4 coins now, guys. 4 coins in like a week. We're making money on. It's nuts. This brings a smile to my face. It might be 5. All right. Justin, President Trump says we haven't even started in Iran yet. Oof. The big one is coming soon. What, you took out the supreme leader and killed like 30 or 40 of his highest officials. But the big one's now coming soon. This comes out from BRICS nations over on X as of 36 minutes ago. Watch out. Iran hit 14 countries in one night. Here's what happened to each. 9 dead in Israel. Looks like Shemesh flattened by ballistic missiles. UAE, Burj, AI, Arab on fire. Abu Dhabi airport, 1 dead, 7 injured. Dubai airport concourse hit, 4 wounded. Flights in chaos. Bahrain, U.S. Navy, 5th Fleet headquarters, massive fire, black smoke visible from miles. Bahrain, stray missile hit an apartment block full of civilians. Damn, that sucks. Kuwait airport terminal struck. Ali Al Salem airbase bombed. Qatar Al Uaida base hit. The largest U.S. base in the entire Middle East. Saudi Arabia, man, there's been so many. Wow, so many. Iraq U.S. bases. Oman struck by Iranian missiles. Syria. They definitely threw out an all-out offensive. That's what that looked like, I guess. Holy crap. Strait of Hormuz disrupted 20% of the world. So, of course, oil flows through that. All right. Anything else breaking right now? Anything else breaking? Let me refresh. Get back in here. Anything crypto related? 69.5 on Bitcoin right now. Oh, jam. Me trying to avoid taxes. Get those countermeasures. Man, get it. Oh, whoa. That's some smooth flying there. Damn. Crazy. Here's the exact reason Bitcoin is pumping right now. Binance bought 5,500 Bitcoin. This came out 22 minutes ago and explaining the move this morning. Coinbase bought 4,000. Kraken bought 2,000. Satoshi Whale bought 2,700. Galaxy Digital bought 2,500. They accumulated over $3 billion worth of Bitcoin in just 40 minutes. This is a pure coordinated pump, as we've seen before, guys, with a pure coordinated dumps. So last week we saw the same coordination, right? We saw the same coordination, and 2 weeks ago we saw the opposite. 2 weeks ago we saw them all dumping. 3 weeks ago we saw them all dumping, and of course the 2.5 event was the biggest round of dumps from these entities, also including Wintermute and BlackRock in there as well to this list. So we have been watching this, of course, over time as it's reported over on X. All right, so yeah, they have they're buying the dip, guys. They're buying, of course, all the coins that everyone had. The weak hands have sold. That's why you need to have diamond hands. Yes, diamond hands. Crazy 2024 predictions all come true. Professor Yang Zhengguang Quinn predicted 3 events in 2024. Trump will win the 2024 elections. U.S. will go to war against Iran, and the U.S. will lose this war, in which will change the global order forever. That's what he's calling for, huh? Interesting.
First is that Trump will win in November. Second is that the United States will go to war against Iran. And the third big prediction is that the United States will lose this war, which will forever change the global order.
Well, we already lost the petrodollar back in 2023, I believe it was 23. That was worse than losing a war. So I don't know how much more it can get, how much worse it can get. All right, the Martini guy says Treasury Secretary Bessing declares the Trump administration is removing every regulatory barrier against Bitcoin and crypto. When did he say this?
You'll take a close look at regulatory impediments to blockchain, stable coins, and new payment systems. And we will consider reforms to unleash the awesome power of the American capital market.
I think that was weeks ago. Justin Arthur Hayes argues that a prolonged U.S.-Iran conflict could push the Fed to print money, ultimately sending Bitcoin higher. Of course, we read an article that pertained to that. Quote earlier. Breaking, the U.S. ISM manufacturing came in at 552.4, while the expectation was 51.8. ISM manufacturing is above 50, which means the U.S. economy is now in its expansion phase. Which, of course, everyone's been calling, following the business cycle and pushing that, yes, this is going to be a huge catalyst for crypto and, of course, risk-on assets. This is unbelievable. Before Luna, sued Jane Street, Bitcoin used to dump a U.S. market open. This is coming out 30 minutes ago, pointing out to the fact that, yes, doesn't look like we are dumping this morning. Today, even with the headlines, Bitcoin's up $2,000 in just 40 minutes. That's why we want the crypto market structure bill, as it will reduce the manipulation by 70 to 80%. Allegedly, that's what they say, 70%. I think Cynthia Lummis has said 90%, but either way, it's allegedly it's going to prevent manipulation. It's not going to stop it. All right. Well, they have clear rules. Hey, you can't have these naked shorts on these assets. Yeah. All right. What's your risk tolerance? Crypto mother effers in the middle of Iran. Oh, jeez. Crypto winter could end with the federal market bill, JP Morgan says. JP Morgan analysts led by Nicholas Panagrizoglu, I can't pronounce that name, says that a comprehensive federal crypto market structure bill could be the key catalyst to the 2026 recovery following the late 2025 market turbulence. Don't forget, JP Morgan's still calling for like a high $150,000 Bitcoin this year. So it's not like, that would break the 4-year cycle as we know it. Proposed legislation aims to replace the regulation by enforcement with a legal framework, giving institutional investors certainty on custody, exchange operations, and protections against the market manipulation. Passing the bill by May 2026 is seen as critical. A central focus will be preventing wash trading and enforcing transparency for market makers. Yes, which we did not have with Jane Street with those naked shorts. What else we did? Okay, I lost my spot. All right. Okay, yeah, addressing the issues behind the October 10th crash as well. Yeah, we don't want any more oracles failing as well. JP Morgan anticipates, or bad actors like Binance, whatever you want to point the finger to, Wintermute, etc. Anticipates that this could trigger a late 2026 Bitcoin rally as legal clarity restores confidence. Okay, all right. It's coming from JP Morgan. analyst. What else? U.S. strikes Iran on their 9/11. How an impossible eclipse is just hours away. Yes, guys, we have the worm moon. The worm moon. I think it's coming tonight. Let's go. So I don't know if we're gonna have it tonight or the Chaos crew with us tomorrow. When? Warm moon in EST. Let's see. 69.3, still holding 3. That if we lose 3, guys, we're going back to 68.8 on Bitcoin. That's where we're at right now on Bitcoin. We got about halfway to the top of that breakout. Oh, are we gonna continue the rails? Are we gonna continue going? I guess maybe. All right. So yeah, the worm moon will occur on Tuesday, March 3rd at about 6 o'clock in the morning. So yes, we will be doing that tonight. The worm moon will be tonight. Let's go. If you guys were part of the last major moon cycle we had last year, we celebrated the beaver moon. That was in like the summer of last year. That was a big spectacle in itself. We stayed up a little too late. So tonight, yeah, we could probably stay up till midnight or later and just see that worm moon, man. It's gonna be a red moon. I wonder if that's gonna affect, of course, the market. All right. So yeah, just quick little update. If you guys are a recap, if you guys didn't see that, don't know what I'm talking about. If you weren't here last summer with, of course, the Chaos crew, if you jump over to my main page over here, on my main page, can I not go to the main page? There we go. No, that's my shop. What the hell? I guess I can't see it. I can't see it like like everyone else can. What the hell? That's weird. Anyway, if you go to my main page, you can see my intro video on my welcome page. And there's a little clip at the end where we're of course celebrating the beaver moon, and I got really hammered, and we did a beaver moon indicator with Sydney Sweeney on it for some reason. I still don't know how that worked out. Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of chaos tonight. All right, 69.3, still holding 33333. Will it hold? Right now, Bitcoin sitting at 69.3. And the bears are starting to pick up the pace, and they're defending 69.5 from happening. 70K. They don't want 70K. They want 70K to go away. 70K to go away. All right, so this could be a stopping point for a little while. Capitulation. Another retest come back after we do come back and reclaim 68.5, 68.8. More than likely, that's how this is going to play out. Now, the next move, if we do get a retest, would still possibly take us to $70,000 Bitcoin on Monday. That's crazy. Monday. All right, guys, we're getting close to 11 o'clock in the afternoon. Some of you guys are, of course, at work and enjoying your Fiat Factory day. Hopefully, you're having a good day today. I know we are here. Don't forget, we have the Patreon. It's only $15 a month, and you can still make money in this bear market. All right. Anything else happening? Let's go over to Doomberg, catch up one more time, and then probably call it for this afternoon. CNBC, are they back on break right now? Yes, they are. They're talking about energy still. Iran enters third day of conflict. And, of course, all the same stuff we talked about already this morning. On the day so far, we still got moves. Again, guys, you would know about Robo if you hung out with us on the Chaos crew. Again, that broke up 51% today. Again, shout out to Dylan, just killing it over there. What else we got? On the day today, on the top 100, Near's up the most right now, about 13% up on the day. Everything else, nothing really down, man. Not really feeling anything. Even on the weekly, I mean, the bottom feels like it is in again. There's hardly anything oversold. Not a single thing now is 30% off. Okay, Big Get's token. That's it. One coin, guys. We got one coin. It's oversold now on the monthly. All right, moving on. Let's take a look. Any more news breaking on the news outlets one more time. Just double checking. We haven't checked out news.bitcoin.com yet. Bitcoin trapped between 64 and 70K. Yeah, that's kind of our range right now. 65 and 70. I wouldn't say 64. Their website, man, I feel like they just sold out or something. There's nothing here anymore. I used to get breaking news here every single day. Now all their news is like days old. It looks like, to me, this has turned into Bitcoin Magazine's website. Just disappointing. All right, that might be the last time I ever look at Bitcoin.com's news. All right, moving on. Let's go over to crypto. I usually don't like this one. Cryptonews.com. Bitcoin high stakes. 5 hours, 7 hours, 3 hours, a day ago. These are all old articles. Nothing else breaking. I got to go to the real news platform on X for that. Bitcoin is seeing a little bit of course, resistance, knocking back to 68.9. Of course, probably going to see. Wow, we could turn the middle of this parallel channel to into support, but I don't think it's way too soon, man. We gotta maybe chop a little bit more. We are bouncing off it though, a little bit more. Possibly still retest it on the 68.3 if 69 does not hold, which it probably won't. All right. Let's see. Yes, X. One more round of doom scrolling, and then I'm gonna call it for the day, guys. I gotta get some stuff. Dubai Exodus. All the Iranian baddies and beauties leaving Dubai. Oh my God. That's not AI. That's definitely not AI. British HODL eyes $340,000. Bitcoin made 30% pullback. If you guys don't know British HODL, he's been yelling at everyone on YouTube for the past 3 years, 2 or 3 years. He's been on, no, I think he's been 3 years now. I've been on for longer than 2 years. He's probably been 3 or 4. Yeah, and British HODL, of course, has been yelling at everyone to get 1 Bitcoin. Get to 1 Bitcoin before they get to these extreme levels like $200,000 and $300,000. Describing the current 30% decline in the late 2025 highs as normal crypto winter correction. He highlights that Bitcoin's fixed supply and growing institutional wall of money through spot ETFs as the main catalyst for the next major upward phase, viewing the current downturn as a consolidation before a supply-demand surge. Yeah, I am right there with you, man. Right there with you.
I have a suspicion it's going to be this year because by the way, the reason why we didn't rally last year is because we didn't have a liquidity cycle. We didn't have a confidence cycle. In fact, the Trump administration, to line up for this year, has been doing everything that it needed to do to get all of the uncertainty out of the way last year. But what does that do for markets? Markets don't know what the hell to think, right? Markets are sitting there going, we got one tariff one day, the next tariff the next day, the next war going on the next day, we kidnap a Mexican the next day, a Venezuelan, what are we doing? Nobody understands what's going on here. But all of this has to be set up so that you don't get this volatility in the election year. So they had to front run all of that. This is what I think. And as a result of front running all of that, they created all this uncertainty. And now you can have a year of absolute certainty, right?
This year, though, I don't know. It doesn't feel like we're having a year of absolute certainty right now, though, HODL. But yeah, maybe by the end of the year, maybe, I don't know. I still think that the way he's doing these tariffs are going to remain illegal. We're going to push that into the following year, and then we're going to have to wait until February probably next year to get the ruling that they're illegal as well, and then we're just going to continue back. I don't know. I don't think we're going to have a year of clarity or a year of certainty. I don't agree with him on that last statement, though. Bitcoin, from Samson Mao, my otaku brother from another mother, saying Bitcoin is being used as a proxy to determine if TradFi markets open red or green on Monday. That's funny. Yes, that's what we saw last night. Israel's president replaces Netanyahu at a press conference, heightening rumors about his potential assassination after Iran hit Netanyahu's office last night. Whoa, this came out as of an hour ago. That would be insane. That would be insane and true. Wow. So, wow. Yeah. Possible Netanyahu assassination as of last night. Crazy. All right. Iranians doing the Trump dance while waving American flag. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, and are they really playing the YMCA? Oh, I'm gonna get flagged for that. Oh, okay. Jeez. Okay, the crypto market structure bill could pass mid-year, potentially triggering crypto rally in late 2026, according to JP Morgan. We already talked about that. We already talked about their talks on that. Reminder, BlackRock's research shows that Bitcoin has historically outperformed gold and stocks following major geopolitical events. For example, to 2020 U.S.-Iran escalation, Bitcoin rose 20% over 60 days, while gold gained modestly and stocks declined. Also, don't forget, guys, we've never had 6 red candles in a row. We're at 5 now on the monthly. Usually it is a bear market bottom indicator. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says, I've never been more bullish about the clear rules for crypto.
Market structure passed, and I've actually never been more bullish on this getting through. We've already seen strong bipartisan support in the House. Now it's being deliberated in the Senate. This has not stopped the banks from coming in and trying to relitigate issues that were already settled in the Genius Act. In particular, they're trying to ban rewards on stablecoins, even though this is already settled into law. And we're making sure that the Senate knows that bailing out the big banks, which are having record profit margins at the expense of the American consumer, is not going to fly. That would be a foolish thing to do politically, because there's 50 million Americans like you who have now used crypto, and they want to make sure that they can actually earn more money with their money. Who'd have thought? So,
obviously, we want a competition for the banks. Speaking of which, there should be a meeting tomorrow. Let's take a look and see if that's still on the schedule. Banking, the banking committee meeting crypto this Tuesday? Question mark. You're gonna take a day off? Could be like 2 weeks ago they took the week off. Come on. I could have sworn I did the last week and said they have a meeting. Yeah. Yes, the White House hosted a second meeting on stablecoin yield representative this Tuesday. The meeting aims to discuss potential agreements. I don't know if I trust this one. It could be this Tuesday. March 4th? March 3rd. March 3rd. Gotta be specific. Specific because I don't trust this damn AI yet. Alright. Come on. There is no scheduled banking committee meeting on crypto for the March 3rd yet. The most recent meeting, some folks on stablecoin yield. Yeah, so they're probably going to take another week off. February 9th, that's nothing new here. 2 days ago, ClarityX stalls again as banks block stablecoin deal. That's what we had last week. We talked about this on Friday. ClarityX stablecoin yield negotiations have stalled with banks and crypto firms still far apart, blocking the progress in Senate. The White House pushed for a weekend deal before March, but sources have draft language is not close to the final, and no committee vote was scheduled. Again, they had a deadline for a compromise on this bill on March 1st. And here we are on March 2nd. The bill remains stuck in the Senate banking, and unless the yield disputes are resolved soon, passage could slip further into election year politics. Yeah, and now they have basically this month to get it done. If they don't get it done this month, they're not going to have the floor time. They're not going to have the floor time. That's from what I heard from Cynthia Lummis was giving them, getting of course a lot of time on the floor this month. Hayes, Middle East conflict could boost crypto. We already covered it. I think we're pretty much exhausted all the news happening now. More news out of Florida. Just introduced a bill to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's old news. That's old news actually from last 2 weeks ago, I think, when they started up their next round of filings for a strategic Bitcoin reserve in Florida. Ray Dalio warns it's not a recession where we're going to hit the U.S. and in the world, but a total breakdown of the monetary system. Yes. Make sure you have some gold, silver, and Bitcoin. All right. Anything else? Not really. I think it's all the same stuff we talked about before. Whoa! That's got to be AI. What? Oh no, that's literally a video game. What the hell? Anthony Papagliano's ProCap Financial buys 450 more Bitcoin now. We also mentioned that in the headlines this morning. Yeah. I think that's it. Guys. We're hitting everything we've already covered. So that's pretty much an end indicator for my show. 69,100 on Bitcoin, still holding 69K. Not a bad day. Bitcoin's still up 3,500 from the start of today. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it. Catching up with you guys one more time in the chat. Ben Lawrence says, good morning. How's it going, Ben? How's it going? Yes, about ready to head out for the day. Eki remix. You gotta dump it. You gotta dump it up. You know, remix of, oh my god, I have no idea what's else gonna happen with those videos, guys. BD says, let's get the party started, can't wait for the bull run to happen. We all will be enjoying our Tito's on the beach. Yes, let's go, Brooke. And so glad that we didn't give up and get out when everyone else did. Yeah, 100%. Bros not from here, NZ, says John. Equals Bufu, I don't know what that is. Bufu? Bufu. What are we talking about here? Ghost operations. Arigato. Arigato. You said thanks in katakana though. That's kind of weird to say that in katakana. Okay. Arigato. All right. Yes. Ghost operations says Israeli Netanyahu had an international arrest warrant when they all call each other names. Israelis been tanking American markets as well on purpose. I know that there's definitely been conflict with Netanyahu. Ghost operations says since 2023, Saudis put travel ban on Israelis and their passports or visas. Gotcha on that update there. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you, Ghost operations. All right, well, that's it, guys. That's all I got for you today. Bitcoin still hanging out 69.2. Still likely to see a little bit of a move higher, but as of right now, hitting a wall at 69.5 on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the order books on the way out here, and yeah, we got some legs. It's not crazy amount, but there's a little bit there still building up, possibly getting us back above 69.5 at least, maybe by the afternoon. 70K is going to be the largest area of resistance we have to get through today. And how close did we get? We got within $300, $300 on that last wick up. So 70K flat is where they're going to be setting up the next level of resistance. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Have a great day. Of course, hanging out with the Crypto Chaos crew tonight over on the Patreon after the live is finished. So I guess the Worm Moon is gonna follow itself into the Patreon exclusive tonight. The Worm Moon. Breakout possibly on Bitcoin. Be the first day that the foreign markets are going to be completely open. Well, I don't know. Iran and the Middle East markets might still be closed tomorrow. All right. Anyway, guys, have a good one. I'll see y'all again soon. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid before the bull run. I'll see y'all soon. Later. Button. Who's got the button?
Fly me to the moon, let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my keys. Oh! In other words, let's make history.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's still going. 69.5. About ready to get a retest for the first time. Yeah. We're still going. So I asked you guys in the chat after the credits rolled in a poll. Should I stay? I hate to leave when we're right next to a possible breakout going into the intraday trading session. I've done this before, and within literally seconds, I left, and we broke out on a huge wick to the upside. I don't want to miss that again. But shit, I'm not gonna get nothing done today. Oh my god. Oh, holy hell. Damn, that might be it. It might still continue. Bulls are now, about $400 million ahead in trading volume this morning. Almost $500 million ahead. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to leave. We're about ready to retest it right now. Boom. Will we break it? Oh, already got a wick. Already got a wick. 69.7, a wick higher. There it is. They're pushing, man. They're pushing hard. Oh, damn. Get just wreckage. Oh, damn. Yeah, few 10 million, 7 million, all these, purchases are definitely piling on in there. FOMO may be starting to settle in too by the afternoon. So again, people start taking their lunches. People probably gonna start FOMOing in a little bit too. We haven't had true FOMO in a long time though. All right, so yeah, 75% of you guys saying I should stay. I should stay. All right, I'm gonna stay. Screw it. Screw it. Oh, screw it. Too much winning.
We're gonna win so much.
I'll stay. Andy coming in with another link. Let's take a look and see what's going on. What's going on over here on X? ZBEC Super App is now live on mobile. It's still not on the mobile though, right? Is it on the mobile? Because their Super App went live last week, didn't it? What's going to happen this week with ZBEC though is they're going to have, I think all their tokens are going to be completely distributed by the end of this month. So by this week or next week, they're going to have that down. As of right now, it just says March 4th. They're going to have a it looks like an open over on X and open spaces. Join us on our next spaces where we break down the Super App launch and a preview of the new features being added in the coming months. ZBEC Super App Live. That's going to be happening in 2 days from now. So if you guys are catching up and following ZBEC, that's what's going on. We saw a low this morning actually on ZBEC. It was like what 2019. It shot up quite a bit too with, of course, this move on Bitcoin like it always does. The low this morning, like I said, 2019 on ZBEC. So not a bad move out of ZBEC today either. Huge 12% on ZBEC this morning. All right, yeah, Bitcoin's still sitting at 69.7. It's coming back down the trend line now on the 1 minute. Let's get back here and see anything else going on. The order books slowing down a little bit, hitting resistance at a wall. 69.8, 69.8, 888. It's always 8s and 3s now, guys. Remember that, 8s and 3s on the chart. Hitting resistance at 8 again. 888. It's been a wild ride this morning, guys. Everything's played out so far. It's crazy. Leg up after leg up after leg up. Next leg up, if we continue this again, third time's the charm, I guess. Holy shit. That takes us to 72, 71.5, 71.5. 72 is the biggest area of resistance we're going to be facing if we actually get that high today. Looking tight on the breakout, producing a bull flag right now on the 1 minute. Let's see if the structure still continues. This will be the third breakout. We had a little bit of resistance right now, and then we just kind of consolidated, came back up for another run up. That's if you guys been watching this morning on the breakout. On the 5 minute or the 15 minute, probably looks like we're just hitting that flag right now, right there. Yep, on that 15 minute. Still really short term pricing. So there's a 30 minute. Everything's still looking pretty bullish so far. We don't really have too much chop going sideways. It's just been straight up. It's been straight up the whole morning on the out. Look at the hour. Boom. Boom. This hour still has legs. We just got in it. It's only 12 minutes in on this next hourly candle. If it's the same length, right? If we get the same length on that candle as the last one or even the one prior, we could be sitting at, what's another 3% move? Yep. What the hell? 3% move. Another 3% move on Bitcoin, taking us up to, that 71.5. Yep, that's what we're looking at. All right, we are getting closer to intraday trading. Phone still hasn't set in. All right, let's get back to the chat. Who voted no? Call them out, says John. I don't know. I can't see who votes. Are you guys crazy? Looks like I ended the poll. I ended the poll with 5 votes. What the hell? I guess I clicked all over the screen, I guess. All right, studying all morning. Yes, it looks like Nebs is doing homework this morning. I was supposed to start my taxes today, guys. I still haven't done my freaking taxes.
What are you, stupid?
Oh God, I'm never gonna get this stuff done. Not with days like today. Not with days like today. All right, let's see if this breaks down. Usually by 2/3 of the way down, yeah, we do break this down. We haven't even, we're already sitting on the edge right now, so technically it should have already broken down. It still wants to wick, again, we have a little bit of legs until we hit 69.9, 69.8. It's gonna be 8. It's always 8. 69.8. Yep, on that move. So it's already wicked there before. Yeah, we're already fighting resistance at 69.8. All right. Anything else going on? I gotta go through TradFi again. Kind of clear the air over here. What in the world? Okay, I'm just gonna have too much stuff on my screen.
F-15 Strike Eagle, in the F-35, obviously for air dominance. All of these have played a really critical role in here. It starts to show that the work into stealth technology continues to be one of the key pieces that's going to continue to be pressed. They're proving their nature. They're proving their importance to it. And then you're also seeing that from a naval power. It ends up continuing to be a very powerful button for the president to use to be able to bring up these the carrier strike groups, to go out there, aircraft carriers along with these guided missile destroyers, to be able to provide not only a level of air defense, but then also air superiority as well as long-range strike capability.
And Wayne, this morning we got word from the U.S. that U.S. jets were shot down over Kuwait in apparent friendly fire, in a friendly fire incident. Thankfully, the crew that were in those jets were able to jettison out of them. And last we heard, they're in stable condition at a hospital. But can you tell us more about those jets and what was destroyed?
All right. They're talking about some of the issues they have over there with friendly fire. That sucks. 87 coming down off silver this morning, losing 90 level of support. Losing 90. Let's go back and see if we're back testing this to any specific range. We are finding support right now between this chop at around $86. Yeah, and that could be it. That could be the end of that retracement. Surprised that silver's coming down right now with the uncertainty around this war. Gold also coming down a little bit. Damn, down to our next level, our next target. Yeah, right on top of it too. We talked about that this morning. I put that on there. Sitting right now at the 5,300, 5,200 on gold. If this continues to sell off as well, we're going back down to 5,100 and some change an ounce. On the metals this morning. That's what's going on with the metals. Clean up my chart a little bit here. There we go. On them metals. In the midst of all this though, Bitcoin's doing okay. It's weird. 69.6, still holding on the wick on Bitcoin. Holy crap. Holy crap, reaching for the sky still here on the 15-minute. Looking more like our bear flag, our bull flag than anything else here. 3-minute breaking down a little bit out of our channel. Let's see. We're still well above 68.5, well above it. 69.5, $1,000, of course, ahead of our the middle of our parallel channel. We've been following this now for 3 or 4 weeks, 24 days on this Bitcoin price action. All right, and of course, just building our bottom. That's what we've been doing for the past 24 days. Okay, anything else happening in the world? Doomberg, how about CNBC? Let's take a look at CNBC. All the things. They're on break. Let's take a look at some headlines. I didn't take a look at Fox News headlines. I probably shouldn't, but screw it. We'll do it. Oil prices surge after strikes kill Iran's supreme leader. Tankers hit. We pretty much covered all this stuff anyway. State Farm announces refund for car insurance customers. Burger King makes changes to Whopper for the first time. What the hell? The important normie stuff. Only brought to you by Fox Business. Like, holy crap, this is supposed to be Fox Business, not Fox News. Walmart recalls cottage cheese. God, you don't get anything business related here. This is ridiculous. Social media platform sees record high usage. I'm assuming it's X. After Iran strikes. Yeah, it's just normie news, man. Normie news. Florida man arrested over alleged 328 million crypto Ponzi scheme. We talked about that last week. That was, what was it? Goliath Ventures, which I guess has no correlation with XCN's Goliath. So, again, I guess that's the latest on that for me anyway. Supreme Court unanimously rejects ruling on Whole Foods baby food case. This is nonsense. I'm done with it. I'm not even gonna read this crap anymore. What the hell, Fox?
What are you, stupid?
People, man, that just whatever. President Trump comments on Iran here soon. We're gonna get something out of Trump here as well. Damn, Bitcoin can go higher.
Change with minimal or maybe non-existent occupation.
Dixie too. Ugh.
I think it's very hard to know what's going to happen. I think you've heard that from your other guests this morning in terms of the markets. I think the same is true for the situation in the Middle East. We've got a lot going on, not only the Gulf states getting involved in this conflict, but Europe also now allowing some action from their bases and getting engaged. So I certainly hope this doesn't go into even a broader war. But once war starts, no one ever knows where it's going to go. We know in the Iraq war, we were all just completely awed, as you noted, by the shock and awe of those first few days. And then what happened afterwards was just intense.
Okay, I guess my browser just crashed. Okay, weird. I'm trying to get Doomberg back on. So yeah, President Trump, it looks like President Trump is going to be coming out here soon, allegedly soon. Yep, there it is right there.
States is very bad at doing regime change, as we've seen on years past. And even this short-term, ostensibly, military action is with multiple reasons. It'll be interesting to hear what the president says, because in his interviews with various reporters and with Hegseth's comments this morning, the Secretary of Defense, we've heard all kinds of rationale for this. We are putting our men and women in harm's way. We are spending billions.
All right, I'm going to mute that real quick. I'm going to share with you guys some of the stuff that Andy's sharing with us in the chat. Let's take a look at over there. Of course, on the Real News app platform over on X. Thank you, Andy, for sharing these links, updating us. I think we might have already showed this one this morning. If not, there was a different one. This is from Runshot's Tom Lee. Expects March to be an up month for the stock markets. Yes, yeah, we covered that. That's this morning as well. And then what we got here. Donald Trump and his previous announcement.
The United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now, it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries.
All right, just a quick little recap. You guys just joining in. We're waiting for Trump to come out. He's going to make another statement. We're playing his previous statement right now, thanks to Andy in the chat. Thank you again, Andy. We love you.
Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself. Our resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now, again, the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do. But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. And they do battle better than anybody. An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be a dire threat to every American. We cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies to possess such weapons that would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. Not going to let it happen. We're not happening to us, and we're not going to let it happen to others. The United States has the strongest military the world has ever seen. I rebuilt our military in my first term. There's never been a military like we possess. And frankly, there's nobody even close, but we are now using that military for good. We want to have it for good purpose. We're undertaking this massive operation not merely to ensure security for our own time and place, but for our children and their children, just as our ancestors have done for us many, many years ago. This is the duty and the burden of a free people. These actions are right and they are necessary to ensure that Americans will never have to face a radical, bloodthirsty terrorist regime armed with nuclear weapons and lots of threats. For almost 50 years, these wicked extremists have been attacking the United States while chanting the slogan, "Death to America," or "Death to Israel," or both. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. We are the world's greatest and most powerful nation, so we can do something about what they do. These intolerable threats will not continue any longer. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you to our incredible warriors, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that was the latest press we had from Trump on the Iranian matter, the Iranian conflict, and we're waiting for him to come out and speak on it right now. So soon he will be out, literally soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
God. All right, so that's what we're waiting for right now. If you guys are just joining us, I did come back from my from my credits. I could not roll the credits with shit still going down. I couldn't do it. Right now, already a half hour over when I rolled the credits. So yeah, 69.33333. If we hold 3, guys, it's possible. We still break up higher. Still sitting on a bull flag right now before the president comes out on the 3-minute chart. Crazy. On Bitcoin. We're going to take a look and see how the Dixie's doing right now too, because it's been going up and gold's been going down. Silver's been going down, but Bitcoin continues to go up as well. Maybe just because you have less of an effect from manipulation this week, allegedly. Possibly that is the case. 98.73 now, the highest we've seen on the Dixie in the last month. This is ridiculous, guys. Oh, this sucks. On the 3 months, still kind of trying to come out, looking at the resistance at 99.39 on the Dixie. So we'll see. We'll see how long this lasts. Obviously, right now, America's looking pretty strong as it just obliterated another country in what? In like a month? 2 countries in 1 month? Oh, jeez. All right, let's see if he's going to be out here any minute. Any minute. They're just kind of playing some smooth jazz over there in the White House this morning. Oh, what the hell, dude? 69.4. How you guys doing in the chat? Trump statements coming soon. Yes, coming soon. Thanks again, Andy, for keeping us up to date with the last one. Bitcoin 130,000 by summer, says John Doe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a decent, decent outlook, I guess. 130K, 140K is really needed where we need to be, especially on that lagging indicator on gold. Let's go back over here and take a look here at the daily chart. Yeah, back up to here, 140, 145 possibly if we do continue this channel upward. That's possible. 130K, not too far away, of course, from our previous all-time high. Yeah, this one right here is really fun. This right here is the gold ETF I put on top of Bitcoin after the gold ETF happened. I put that on Bitcoin, so that's also been following almost to a T too as well. It's insane. It's insane how this has played out. I copied this and threw it on top of my Bitcoin chart when Bitcoin just had its ETF launch, and it's been following it like to a T. Obviously, this is uncorrelated right now. Obviously, with gold's current price action as well being uncorrelated. We'll see if this plays out again. There, you can see that right there on Bitcoin's move against gold. I should probably put this in the other chart as well. Let's see. I started this. It looks like the middle of June. Let's throw that on this one so clean this up. In the middle of June. This price action here, middle of June. There we go, right there. That's when we had the correlation with gold. And then we lost it. So right now against gold, we should realistically be around $144,000 Bitcoin, allegedly on that gold correlation, somewhere between 100, probably 140. It's probably 140, man. It's stuck in my head. 140. All right, let's get back over here. We're still waiting for Trump to come out and give, of course, a speech on current Iran. Yeah, there's gonna be a medal ceremony, I guess, as well, wrapped into this of these statements. 69,400 on Bitcoin. All right, yes, Danny says we still live. Hey, all at work now. Yes, how you doing? Super Danny in the house at the Fiat Factory. How you doing, Danny? And I just got back from making more coffee. That's my second coffee now. I haven't had coffee in a month. My second coffee. I weaned myself off coffee for a month to kind of help my gut out. All right. I'm not expecting to drink more coffee. I had a hard time sleeping last night. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. Anything else moving in our space right now? Solana's up. Swee's up 7%. Holy crap on the day. If you guys have been picking that up, that's been a good one. ZBEX holding 5%. It did have a shoot up to about 12% on the move today on ZBEX. So still hanging out down here, still chilling, getting tighter down here, and still has not broken out of the no-no zone. Of course, that was the 1010 downward spiral from 1010. We still have not broken out of this area. Getting super tight down there though. Any day, man, we can retest it any day. Let's see, anything else happening? Ethereum's up $100, 5% up on Ethereum, sitting at $2,040. Jasmine had a move up as well, 1%, still around 205, so half a penny on Jasmine. Zama, that's another one we've been talking about. Looking at a really good time to buy right now at 119. I think the lowest it got today was 189. No, 193. Not even 19 flat. Still looking at that one there. Oh yeah, and there's also still a bet on the board too. If you guys are part of the Patreon, you know that we have a bet going on. It's actually not even Dylan. It's Kevin. Kevin's fighting Spencer for what was it? For $50. A $50 bet. High stakes, man. High stakes. Jeez, this Kevin over there on the Patreon. All right. What else we got? We're just kind of waiting. Calm before the storm. Trump usually gets up there and talks, and then the things start to dump usually. And then by the time he's done talking, it usually starts to pump. Dixie right now is sitting at a very, very critical range. Getting closer to 99 on the Dixie. Not happy to see that there. 98.69 right now. Having a little bit of a pushing a little bit downward, but it's just the highest we've seen now in the month. It's crazy. All right. This is still ongoing. They're waiting for the medal ceremony to commence, and Trump coming out then having us to speak about Iran. All right. Well, still waiting for that. The Icy Oracle said, I saw the future Reddit, crypto future Reddit I left in September. I didn't see any OGs in his lives. Knew something happened. Oh, the drama. Yeah, the drama happened, my guy. Yes, it did. Some people are just coming back from the holidays right now. Coming back from, maybe some nice warm weather, right? And just finding that things have changed. Things have definitely changed. Jail for crypto future is in his future, says John Doe in the chat. Holy hell, guys. Out for blood. Insanity. Yeah, if you guys missed it, last week there was a video that came out, and someone shared it with my chat, and it just went explosive. It went explosive. It was crazy. I have no idea what was up with that thing. Did Aussie actually post a rough pic of dogs? What? I have no idea. What are you talking about, Icy Oracle? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Subwoofer says, whoop whoop, here we go. Looks like Trump's coming out. Is he? They're starting the ceremony, it looks like, maybe. No, they're just lining up. Getting crowded. Camera angle is terrible. Easy says 1 + 1 equals 2 million. Are you bullish enough? What the hell? You want money? Pump it up. Yeah. Do it. Oh my god. No, I don't have the video. I don't know where to get that video. I don't have it on the ready. What the hell? I don't have any plans myself to play it. So Jesus, you guys are relentless. Oh geez, but yeah, it's been a lot of drama. And I do not care to let my dirty laundry hang from the washroom for all the internet to see. John Doe says, video me now, money me now, says John Doe in the chat. Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys are breaking my balls, man. What? Now super chats today. You guys kill me, man. You guys kill me. Oh shit. I too much. I laugh too much, man. Oh man, it hurts my face. Oh, Kencho now, says Ben in the chat. Oh jeez. All right. Let's see. Anything else happening? Let's take a look at the over broader market. Anything going on in crypto bubbles right now on the day? Looking at the top 100. Kite's the only thing in the red. Kite, 11% down. You're still holding 12 to 13% still from this morning. Nothing's really changed there. Yeah, overall, it's looking pretty good. Overall, it's looking pretty good. Vivian finally made a move. Some of you guys, of course, were talking about Vivian last night on the Patreon. Finally made a move up to 23%. And again, shout out to anyone involved in that robo, that robo trade, of course, on the Patreon. I know Dylan. Dylan was definitely talking about that one last night as well. Again, if you guys want to join and make money in the bear market, all you gotta do is head over to the Patreon. So $15 a month, you hang out with the Chaos crew, and yeah, we will show you the way. The way. Sometimes the way is a little gay. What do I mean by that? Well, one of the, of course, the other coins we had break out to 70% last week. GUI, the ETH gas fee, and of course, there's been a lot of talk over there on the Patreon. All right. Enough shilling. Too much shilling this week. Too much shilling. All right. Had so much fun over there, though. I mean, everyone likes winning, right? Everyone likes winning. Are they getting this thing going yet? Everyone's like beckoning to the man up there. Just okay. Is that Pete Hegseth? I can't tell. The camera's out of focus. Can't tell who that is wearing the orange tie this morning. Speaking of orange, Bitcoin's still holding 69K. Coming down to retrace possibly the middle of this parallel channel. And it's a good day. Last time we were at the middle of this channel, guys, was back here. The 25th. It's been a minute. And the time before that was the 21st. And now we've been, of course, chopping sideways here since 2.5. Yeah, there's Pete Hegseth there. Secretary of War. South Park's been having a lot of fun with him lately. The Icy Oracle says, Dylan, damn, all the OGs are in here now. Oh yeah, Dylan. Yeah, I mean he's our dime man. He's our gem finder, dude. He's insane. Static. Oh, white noise, man. What the hell? We got Ben Lawrence. John Doe says, always give the mob what they want. What the hell? Yes, you always give the mob what you want. I found that out on Friday. Yeah, I did find that out last Friday. I had to drink I had drinks in the morning. That's the first time I ever drank on the morning open live. I just didn't know how to handle it. It was crazy. Shit. Are we about ready to make any sort of statement now? We're testing the teleprompter, possibly? I don't know. Yeah, it works. I can read it. Okay. Go Robo, says Andy. Yes, go Robo. That's another, again, I want to tell Dylan's latest picks here on the channel. All right. Well, you have to be on the Patreon to know exactly what we're moving, man. All these coins move. I'm talking about them. They already moved. You got to be over there hanging out with us and get all that breaking over there on the Patreon. Speaking of which, guys, don't forget tonight we're also having another live after, of course, this live stream. It's going to be the Worm Moon event. The Worm Move event, and the thick of that move is going to happen with us hanging out tonight. Witnessing the Worm Moon on the Patreon live, exclusive to the Patreon. Oh my God. Oh shit! I gotta make another indicator for the worm. I don't know what I have an idea what I want to do, but it's I definitely can't do it on YouTube. It's too it's too spicy. Gonna put my worm on the moon. Easy. Oh, jeez. Yep. Trump is fashionably late, as always. We're getting close to 12 o'clock now. 15 minutes till 12. Intraday trading begins here soon, guys. Soon on the next candle up. Or down. Damn. 3 minute, 15 minute. Let's take a look. Yeah, look, I'm still like a bull flag, still printing on the 15, the 30. I don't know. 30 starting to round off a little bit, getting a little bit, but still holding mostly on the hourly. Man, we got to get a little bit higher though on the hourly. 15 minutes. I don't know if that's going to be able to Anything can happen in 15 minutes. 69.7. 69.7. Starting to wake up there. The highest we got in the last wick was 69.8, I think. We're almost there. 69.8, 69.9, 69.8. It always stops at the 8s here lately. There it all goes. All the wick going down, 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 down. On the 1 minute. All right, let's take a look back at the order books. Still wait for Donald Trump to show up. We still got legs. Why is this not in theater mode? Okay. All right, so we got a little bit. Yeah, we got a little bit of legs till we hit 70K flat. We could do it. We could still do it. Still pull that off. Damn, there it is. Oh my God. New high on that wick there. Trump come out yet? Is that a Trump indicator? Oh shit! I got too many damn things open. I'm all over the place. All right, I gotta go back to Trump. Yep, he's not here yet. He's still not there yet. He's about ready to approach, possibly. 70K is again the next level of resistance. If we break through there, 70,300 is next on Bitcoin. I gotta close these, man. I got too many damn things open. There we go. Let's get back over there. And yeah, any minute now. They're starting to line people up any minute now. We are now above resistance. When Zama, says Ben Lawrence. Well, you have to go to the Patreon to find out. When Zama. Zama's still having a bit of a rough day so far today. Chopping down here. We're still looking at positions right now. If you guys didn't get in, you're looking at a good entry point right now. But again, this is developing, right? This is developing. This is again the last line of support. If it does lose this, going down a little bit lower, possibly to 1.8. But as of right now, we were talking about this last night. It's a really good position between what was it, that point, that 2 cent to 1 cent, and right now, especially George Juicy are at about 1.9. So yeah, definitely looking at that. And I doubled my bag on this particular project last night as well. All right, let's see what else we got here. Trump to speak any minute. Still setting up, still taking pictures. Babies are present, possibly. I don't know. Looks like he's probably coming in right now. The cameras are starting to move. Angle on this freaking camera is terrible, though. Like, I swear, if they just do a hard pan zoom on in on it, like they don't have another camera set up direct, it's gonna be kind of disappointing. But yeah, it's the White House. What do you expect? 70K. There it is, guys. 70K. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
See if we can get a better.
When the tests came, we're steadfast and unmovable. We thank you for the unyielding conviction of Master Sergeant Roderick Edmonds, who looked evil in the eyes and did not flinch. And we thank you for the battlefield grit of Command Sergeant Major Terry Richardson, courage that saved lives in Vietnam and courage that stands before us today. And Lord, we thank you for Staff Sergeant Michael Allis, who, in a final selfless act, made his own body a shield for a friend. Bless the family and friends of these great men of honor, O Lord, and forbid that we leave this place as mere admirers of their heroic deeds. Plant in our hearts a measure of their courage, that we might prove worthy of the freedom for which they and generations before them defended. And Lord, now let the light of liberty continue to shine on our great nation. We pray in the strong name of the one who guides us. This will defend. Amen.
Thank you very much, Chaplain Green. Wonderful job. Appreciate it. And thank everybody for being here, and please feel free to sit. So before we begin this important ceremony, and there's no ceremony that can be much more important than this, let me provide a brief update on Operation Epic Fury. Today, the United States military continues to carry out large-scale combat operations in Iran to eliminate the grave threats posed to America by this terrible terrorist regime. Following our obliteration of Iran's nuclear program in Operation Midnight Hammer a short while ago, we warned Iran not to make any attempt to rebuild at a different location because they were unable to use the ones that we so powerfully blew up. But they ignored those warnings and refused to cease their pursuit of nuclear weapons. In addition, the regime's conventional ballistic missile program was growing rapidly and dramatically, and this posed a very clear, colossal threat to America and our forces stationed overseas. The regime already had missiles capable of hitting Europe and our bases, both local and overseas, and would soon have had missiles capable of reaching our beautiful America. The purpose of this fast-growing missile program was to shield their nuclear weapon development and make it extraordinarily difficult for anyone to stop them from making these highly forbidden by us nuclear weapons. We were the ones that were complaining. We were the ones that wanted it stopped, but everybody was behind us. They just didn't have the courage to say so. An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be an intolerable threat to the Middle East, but also to the American people. Our country itself would be under threat, and it was very nearly under threat. I was very proud to have knocked out the Iran nuclear deal by President Barack Hussein Obama. That was a horrible, horrible, dangerous document. They would have had nuclear weapons 3 years ago, and they would have used them. But I'll not let that happen. For almost 47 years, this regime has been attacking the United States and killing Americans. Every time you see someone with missing arms and legs or a face that's been absolutely shattered violently, it was almost certainly caused by an Iran roadside bomb. They were put there by General Soleimani, who was the father of the roadside bomb. Very proudly, he thought, but I terminated him in my first term. This was our last best chance to strike what we're doing right now and eliminate the intolerable threats posed by this sick and sinister regime. And they are indeed sick and sinister. Our objectives are clear. First, we're destroying Iran's missile capabilities, and you see that happening on an hourly basis, and their capacity to produce brand new ones, and pretty good ones they make. Second, we're annihilating their navy. We've knocked out already 10 ships. They're at the bottom of the sea. Third, we're ensuring that the world's #1 sponsor of terror can never obtain a nuclear weapon. Never going to have a nuclear weapon. I said that from the beginning. They're never going to have a nuclear weapon. They were on the road to getting one legitimately through a deal that was signed foolishly by our country. And finally, we're ensuring that the Iranian regime cannot continue to arm, fund, and direct terrorist armies outside of their borders. And we thought we had a deal, but then they backed out. And they came back, and we thought we had a deal, and they backed out. I said, you can't deal with these people. You got to do it the right way. Today we grieve for the 4 heroic American service members who have been killed in action and send our love and support to their families. In their memory, we continue this mission with ferocious, unyielding resolve to crush the threat this terrorist regime poses to the American people, and a threat indeed it is. We have the strongest and most powerful by far military in the world, and we will easily prevail. We're already substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is, it's okay. Whatever it takes, we will always, and we have right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that. We'll do it. Whatever somebody said today, they said, oh, well, if the president wants to do it really quickly. After that, he'll get bored. I don't get bored. There's nothing boring about this. Do you agree with that, Pete? I don't think there's anything, Mr. General. I think there's nothing boring about it. Somebody actually said from the media, I think he'll get bored after about a week or 2. No, we don't get bored. I never get bored. If I got bored, I wouldn't be standing here right now. I guarantee you that, to go through what I had to go through. We also projected 4 weeks to terminate the military leadership, and as you know, that was done in about an hour, so we're ahead of schedule there by a lot. But please join me in thanking every American service member who bravely is standing in harm's way. They really are incredible, and I just want to thank you. We have a lot of them right here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Operation Epic Fury.
Thank you, everybody. We have a lot of great service members here with us, too, in this beautiful building. Isn't it beautiful? We're adding on to the building a little bit. We're improving the building. See that nice drape? When that comes down, right now you see a very, very deep hole. But in about 1.5 years from now, you're going to see a very, very beautiful building. And there's your entrance to it right there. In fact, it looks so nice, I think I'll save money on the doors, because it can't get more beautiful than that. I picked those drapes in my first term. I always like gold, but I think we can save a lot of money. I just saved curtains. But, and it'll be spectacular. It'll be the most beautiful ballroom. I believe it, because I built many a ballroom. I believe it's going to be the most beautiful ballroom anywhere in the world. And when you hear all that hammering out there, you know why the First Lady is not thrilled exactly. She said, will the pile drivers ever stop? You know, they go from 6 in the morning till 11:30 in the evening. Can you imagine? Here. You know what? To me, that's a beautiful sound. She doesn't like it. I love it. You know what? To me, other than here, because we're donating it, not a penny to the taxpayer. It'll be under budget, ahead of schedule. It'll be 400 million or less. Most people say 400 million or more. No, it'll be less. But when I hear that sound, that beautiful sound behind me, it means money, so I like it. But my wife isn't thrilled. She said, this is getting crazy. I said, don't worry about it. We'll be all finished up in a few months. But now, for the reason that we're gathered this morning, to recognize the unsurpassed courage of 3 really incredible American heroes, 1 living and 2 no longer with us. So together, we recognize the exceptional valor of Master Sergeant Roderick Edmonds. And maybe I could ask your families to stand, because they're beautiful families. I got to meet them, and please. So Staff Sergeant Michael Ollis and Command Sergeant Major Terry Richardson, as they receive our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor. And we're pleased to be joined by Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. He's busy, very busy guy. In fact, I said, if you want, Pete, you can avoid it. General Raisin Kane also, and they said, we don't avoid this one. This is one you wouldn't avoid for anything, right? So we appreciate that you're here. Secretary of Veterans Affairs, who's doing an incredible job. Veterans Affairs, Doug Collins. Doug, thank you. You stand up, Doug. You're doing such a good job. 92% approval rating. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, who's known as Raisin Kane. I liked him when I heard that name, Raisin Kane. I said, if it's true, you're my guy. And it's true. It just turned out it's very true. He's a great guy and a great general. Secretary of the Army, Dan Driscoll, and Army Chief of Staff, Randy George. Thank you. Thank you both, Dan. As well as Senators Tom Cotton, Bill Hagerty. You guys were great on television this weekend. I'll tell you what, can't have a better representative than both of you. Thank you very much. And Representatives Tim Burchett, Jack Bergman, and Nicole Maliotakis. And we have a few others sitting here, but I'm not going to go through it because we have far more important people to honor today. Oh, we have Tom Homan. I got to at least mention Tom Homan. I would be stand-up, Tom. What a job. Zero people coming in. We had millions and millions of people pouring into our country now. I'm not even sure I can believe this number is zero, but it is given out by Democrats. Democrats from the last, and they're rated for the last 9 months. We had 0 people come illegally through our.
We're getting some buffering. Hopefully I still have internet. Yeah, I do.
Border, right, Tom? So I want to thank you very much. Thomas Paine, Sammy Davis. That's an interesting guy. Sam, where is Sammy Davis? We have a big story here, Sammy. You've heard that all your life, I'll bet, huh? And Edward Byers. Stand up, please. You all look good. You all look good.
Operation Epic Fury.
The ceremonies, all great. It's a great honor. There's no greater. I tried for myself. I've tried numerous times to get one by myself. I keep getting shut down. They say, you can't do it, sir. Bad protocol. Very bad. I would say the worst. But I'm only kidding. You don't have to say I'm only kidding. Otherwise, the press will come out with it, which they actually did once. Donald Trump wants the Congressional Medal of Honor, but he's been shut down. But now you are brave, amazing people. And I want to thank you all. In 1941, Roddy Edmonds of Knoxville, Tennessee, enlisted in the U.S. Army and soon rose to one of the youngest master sergeants in the military. In 1944, he sailed to Europe to fight in World War II, and he was so enthusiastic and young and full of vim and vigor. Roddy soon found himself on the front lines of the Battle of the Bulge. That was a big one. Massively outnumbered by enemy forces, his 1,200 soldier unit fought valiantly until they were completely overrun. The force was massive on the other side, many times number. After a 4-day death march, one that was covered very well by the history books, through bitter cold, they were put into a German POW camp. Roddy was the top-ranking infantryman in the camp. He was number 1, meaning he was responsible for the lives of his fellow service members. On July 26, 1945, a Nazi SS officer issued an order over the camp loudspeaker, loud and strong. He said that only American Jews were to show up to roll call following this morning. He added, all who disobey this order will be shot immediately. There were more than 200 Jewish American soldiers in the camp, and Roddy knew their separation from the group would mean certain death. So that night he summoned his team and devised a plan. The next morning, all 1,200 American men fell in line together, shoulder to shoulder. Enraged, the Nazi commandant rushed forward, drew his Luger pistol, and pressed the barrel between Sergeant Edmonds' eyes. He barked at Roddy. They cannot all be Jews, he screamed loud and again, and staring straight back into the raging face of evil.
Sergeant Edmonds replied fearlessly, "We are all Jews here." The Nazi officer lowered his weapon and the soldiers erupted in cheers. With total disregard for his own life, Roddy had saved over 200 of his fellow service members. Their camp was liberated 2 months later. We're honored to be joined today by Roddy's son, Chris. Please stand up as
Operation Epic
Thank you,
Fury.
Chris. Today, your father gets the honor he so courageously earned. And really amazing, right? It's an amazing story. Congratulations to the family of Master Sergeant Roddy Edmonds. The next two we recognize today served in the 1st Battalion, 28th Infantry Regiment of the 1st Infantry Division, better known as Big Red 1. Do you know about that, Pete, right? Command Sergeant Major Terry Richardson, we are honored to have you with us. On September 12, 1968, 102 brave men of Terry's Alpha Company were asked with securing Hill 222 deep behind the enemy's line in Vietnam. They didn't know it at the time, had no idea, but the area was totally infested with nearly 300 enemy bunkers and many, many enemy soldiers, far outnumbering them by at least 4, 5, even 6 to 1. As Terry led Lima platoon up Hill 222, the enemy launched an ambitious and violent attack, unleashing a withering fire of machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades. Just didn't stop, just kept coming. Pinned down in hell on earth, Terry summoned unimaginable courage. 3 times he exposed himself to enemy fire to rescue severely wounded comrades, and 3 times he dragged them back to the group. Terry soon realized that the 82 remaining men had one chance of survival. That was air support. Acting without regard of his own life, he grabbed a radio and charged up Hill 222 alone. He needed to be there. It was the only place you'd get reception. He withstood a storm of enemy bullets, eventually reaching the top, where he spent the next 8 hours calling in tactical strikes, completely exposed. An hour in, an enemy sniper shot rang out and the bullet tore through his right leg violently. He was in bad shape, but Terry disregarded that and pushed through. And after 7 more hours of calling in American fire from above, the enemy retreated. Later that day, his team found him with both eardrums totally ruptured and a mangled right leg and foot, but still barely living, but living nevertheless. Due to Terry's actions above and beyond the call of duty, 82 men, Alpha Company, survived this battle, including 2 in this room, Norm Meyer and Dave Himmer. Where are you? Can you want to stand up, Norm and Dave? Where's Norm and Dave? That's pretty cool.
Operation Epic Fury. It's just, yeah.
And that story is 100% correct, isn't it? Huh? See, pretty. It's how much have you paid him over the years? Have you said take everything we have? We wouldn't be here, right? That's great. That's a great story, Terry. Today you enter the ranks of the bravest warriors ever to stride the face of the earth. Please stand up, please. Thank you.
See where market cap is right now, too.
That's great, Terry. That's a great brave man. I met him back there. He said, he's central casting. Look at him. He looks great. He looks great. You feel like fighting? I think we could take him today. What do you think, Pete? We'll make a little deal with him, as you are a brave man. Finally, we honor one more American soldier, a fallen warrior of wars, and really terror. Staff Sergeant Michael Ollis, born in 1988 on Staten Island. Michael grew up seeing the World Trade Center across the bay. I know Staten Island so well. The people in Staten Island are amazing. After 9/11, Michael enlisted in the Army, and by 24 years old, he was locked in. He loved it. He wanted it so badly. He was a squad leader serving in Afghanistan with the 2nd Battalion, 22nd Infantry Regiment, 1st Brigade Combat Team of the legendary 10th Mountain Division. On August 28, 2013, terrorists detonated a 400-pound car bomb on the east wall of the forward operating base, Ganzi, ripping open a 60-foot wide breach into a compound that housed NATO coalition forces, a lot of them. 10 Taliban fighters wearing suicide vests swarmed through. From across the compound, Michael saw the pillar of white smoke rising and ran to join the fight, rushing without his gear, wearing almost no gear, no Kevlar helmet, no body armor, just one magazine in his rifle. Along the way, he encountered a Polish soldier, and together they advanced under heavy fire, very, very heavy fire. At one point, shrapnel ripped through the Polish soldier's legs, rendering him unable to walk, very, very severely hurt. In that chaos of gunfire, explosions, and charred human remains, a terrorist insurgent appeared, rounding a corner with his suicide vest, fully armed, and you could see it. It was going to happen. He charged the wounded Polish soldier without hesitation. Michael raised his gun and forced himself between the insurgent and the man he just met, shielding him with his own body. He knew it was going to happen. He shielded him with his own body. You know, bravery's amazing. You never really know who's brave, who's not, until they're really tested. We think some people are brave, Pete, and they're not. We think others aren't, and they are. You never know. But he was tested. That's called the ultimate test, right? And at perhaps his final heartbeat, Michael fired his weapon, and the terrorist detonated his vest simultaneously. Staff Sergeant Ollis was killed just weeks before his 25th birthday, and nobody was any more brave than that. In his final act on Earth, Michael absorbed the blast, sparing the life of that Polish warrior, who we are grateful to have in the room with us today, Second Lieutenant Carol Sierpika. Carol Sierpika. Where are you, Carol? Hey. Would you like to come up? Please. Please. I'd love to have you come up. Thank you, Carol.
Mr. President, Minister of War, my Minister Polish of National Defense, distinguished guests, everyone gathered here today, dear my Basia, Michael, and Jacob, especially dear Linda and Robert, and the entire Ollis family. What do you have that you did not receive? This is how I would like to begin these few words, to speak to you all here. In this special place and on occasion of this incredibly important ceremony, one that is significant for many, but truly especially exceptional for me. is a particular privilege and a great honor. Above all, however, it is my commitment. It is a part of my new mission, which began 13 years ago. A soldier is not something you are from time to time. It is who you are forever. It is just like you are not a mother, a father, a sister, and brother, or only for a moment. These are not roles given to us for a while. They are a great gift, but also a great lifelong commitment. Yes, today my commitment and my greatest gift is to cultivate the memory of true, heroic act of courage that I witnessed performed by your beloved son, Michael. Please forgive me if my words have not fully captured what I truly feel today. However, sometimes words are simply not enough. I'm deeply moved, happy, and grateful to God for my service, for my parents, for my family, for my beloved homeland, Poland, for my second family from Staten Island, and for my second homeland, America. God bless you all. Michael, thank you for your service, and I will see you in our heavenly homeland. Thank you for your service. Thank you so much.
And Carol is joined by his wife and their two wonderful sons, Jacob and Michael. Michael is named after the American hero who saved his father's life. So stand up, Michael. Let me see.
Showing some weakness there.
That's great. We're also pleased to be joined by several members of the Polish government, including representatives of the president, who I think is a fantastic man, by the way. I must be honest with you. I endorsed him and he won, and he came from behind. He won, and he was the biggest story in Europe, and he's going to be a great president. He already is. But as well as Poland's Minister of Defense, to honor the blood and sacrifice that has helped seal the Polish-American bond. We have a great bond. We have a great relationship with your country. And I just want to thank you to Michael's parents, Bob and Linda. Your son's selflessness in the face of real evil reminds us of the courage that keeps our country free. And I just said the genetics in that family are very strong, right? I said that before. All three families, I said, good. I see some of the young ones today. And I said, you have good genes. They were asking me, what does that mean? I said, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out. But you have the best genes you can have, actually. So thank you for giving America your beloved son. And now I would like to ask the military aide to come forward and read the citations, and then we will do the honors. Thank you all very much. This is a tremendous honor for me to be here. Thank you. Please, military aide.
Yeah, that might be it. That might be it for Trump. Again, running the poll earlier, no.
Chris Edmonds, accepting on behalf of his father, Master Sergeant Roderick W. Edmonds. The President of the United States of America, authorized by Act of Congress, March 3, 1863, has posthumously awarded in the name of Congress the Medal of Honor to Master Sergeant Roderick W. Edmonds, United States Army. Master Sergeant Roderick W. Edmonds distinguished himself by acts of gallantry above and beyond the call of duty from January 27, 1945 to March 30, 1945 as a prisoner of war in Germany. Upon arrival at Stalag 9A in Zietenhain, Germany, On the evening of January 26, 1945, the Germans announced that only Jewish American prisoners would fall out for roll call the following morning at the threat of execution. Master Sergeant Edmonds directed his senior leaders to have all 1,200 American prisoners present themselves for roll call. The Nazi commandant became incredulous after realizing that so many Americans were standing in formation. The commandant removed his pistol, pressed it hard against Master Sergeant Edmonds' forehead between his eyes, and demanded that he order all Jewish American prisoners to step forward or he would be shot. Master Sergeant Edmonds fearlessly held his ground, refusing to concede. The commandant lowered his weapon without further attempts to segregate the Jewish American prisoners. Several weeks later, in March 1945, the Germans ordered all prisoners to assemble outside the barracks for evacuation. Master Sergeant Edmonds ordered all American prisoners to form in front of the barracks, and when the enemy transports arrived, they would break ranks and rush back to the barracks. Master Sergeant Edmonds gallantly led these prisoners in a relentless pursuit of opposition and resistance, forcing the Germans to abandon the camp, leaving the 1,200 American prisoners behind. Master Sergeant Edmonds' conspicuous gallantry above and beyond the call of duty are in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit in the United States Army. Command Sergeant Major Terry P. Richardson. The President of the United States of America, authorized by Act of Congress March 3, 1863, has awarded in the name of Congress the Medal of Honor to Staff Sergeant Terry P. Richardson, United States Army. Staff Sergeant Terry P. Richardson distinguished himself by acts of gallantry above and beyond the call of duty on September 14, 1968, in the vicinity of Loc Ninh, Republic of Vietnam. On this date, his company was tasked with the mission of securing Hill 222 in hostile and enemy territory near the Cambodian border. Staff Sergeant Richardson directed one of his squads to be the point element leading the way. Shortly after the assault began, 3 of the squad members became severely wounded and pinned down between 3 enemy machine gun bunkers. Staff Sergeant Richardson advanced forward under heavy enemy fire and recovered his wounded soldiers between heavy machine gun fire. By the time he was able to make it back to join his unit, his entire company had been completely surrounded by the enemy. Staff Sergeant Richardson recognized that the only way to keep his company from being overrun was with accurate tactical airstrikes. Staff Sergeant Richardson advanced to the top of Hill 222 under heavy enemy fire for better sight lines to direct the tactical airstrikes. He began to direct the tactical airstrikes and shortly thereafter became wounded by an enemy sniper. Staff Sergeant Richardson continued directing the tactical airstrikes for 7 more hours before the enemy broke contact. 6 soldiers from his platoon found him still alive. Staff Sergeant Richardson declined medical evaluation for his gunshot wound and requested that he be allowed to stay to lead his soldiers. Altogether, his actions directly resulted in 85 lives being spared on that fateful day. Staff Sergeant Richardson's conspicuous gallantry and extraordinary heroism at the risk of his life, above and beyond the call of duty, are in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit, and the United States Army. Robert and Linda Ollis accepting on behalf of their son, Staff Sergeant Michael H. Ollis. The President of the United States of America, authorized by Act of Congress March 3, 1863, has posthumously awarded in the name of Congress the Medal of Honor to Staff Sergeant Michael H. Ollis, United States Army. Staff Sergeant Michael H. Ollis distinguished himself by acts of gallantry above and beyond the call of duty on 28 August 2013 in Afghanistan. On this date, a complex enemy attack involving multiple vehicle-borne improvised explosive devices, suicide vests, indirect fire, and small arms fire was launched against Forward Operating Base Hanzi. Staff Sergeant Ollis ordered his fellow soldiers to move to bunkers to shield themselves from enemy fire. After accounting for his soldiers, he moved toward the enemy force that had penetrated the perimeter of the Forward Operating Base. Staff Sergeant Ollis located a coalition forces officer, and together they moved toward the point of attack, armed with only their rifles. Upon reaching the attack point, they linked up with other friendly forces and began a coordinated effort to repulse the enemy. While under continuous fire, Staff Sergeant Ollis moved from position to position, engaging the enemy with accurate and effective fire. While fighting along the perimeter, an insurgent came around the corner. Staff Sergeant Ollis fired on the insurgent and incapacitated him, but as he approached the downed insurgent, the insurgent's suicide vest detonated and mortally wounded him. Staff Sergeant Ollis's exceptional courage and complete disregard for personal safety were in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon him, his unit in the United States Army.
No, wait, there's more.
Ladies and gentlemen, please bow with me as we give the benediction. Eternal God, our unfailing light in every darkness, the rock on which we stand, as we depart this place of honor, may the courage of these heroes be our example, righteousness our choice, and hope in you our guiding light. We especially ask for your protection over our military service members who are protecting the interests of our nation at this very moment. And Heavenly Father, grant us the will to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before you. In your holy name we pray. This we'll defend. Amen.
We're winding down. And, yeah, does not look like he's going to get any press time. Where's the cake? As he heads out from the ceremony. All right. So that's it, guys. It is over. Let's see if we do get a pumperoonie or a dumperoonie. Looks like 60% of you guys in the chat are calling for a pump after Trump speaks. Typically, yeah, that's kind of what happens. Sometimes, depending on what he says, we dump the market. But as of right now, still holding about 69.3, 69.3. Did we lose it? Looks like we might have lost it. Let's get back over here too. What else is going on? We had the Dixie show a little bit of weakness during this. Yeah, CoinMarketCap still testing 2.37 trillion on total market cap right now. Resistance on the market cap of crypto. Yep, last time we got above this, we got slapped back down back on the middle of last month. So we got to break out. We got to break out if we want to see a bigger move this week. We got to get back above $2.4 trillion in market cap. Hopefully back to 2.5. We got to get back to 2.5. I mean, we haven't been back to 2.5 since probably like January 31st. It was the very beginning of last month. It looks like February 2nd. Overall market right now still holding on. Holy crap, guys. Power coming back with a huge move this week. Did lose top 200, then they brought back in. Holy crap. Still up 287% on the week. That's crazy. Near still holding 15% now, up 2 more percent since this morning. Morpho now back up to 11%. Looks like some, of course, the excitement for Bitcoin starting to finally come back and run that liquidity into some of the following altcoins. Looking at on the top 200 as well, any big changes here? Now 4.5% with Siren and Robo still holding most of its gains on this breakout. Guys, again, if you're not part of the Patreon, you missed one. You missed another move. Yep, of course, Dylan calling that over on my Patreon. Guys, get on over there. It's only $15 a month. And, of course, you can win some big money if you are playing with our coins over there. Thanks again, guys, for hanging out with me today. As always, the Crypto Chaos continues on the Patreon. Oh, jeez. I think that's like my 6th or 7th time today shilling the Patreon. 69,000, looking at the possible retracement back down there to 69 flat. That would be right around here. Now for resistance turning into support, hopefully soon. That's where we are. We're looking at the order books right now. Big buy wall at 69k flat. Some of that FOMO may be starting to hit the market this morning. Other than that, yeah, we're still looking at about the 70,300 as possible level of resistance if we want to attempt another breakout. 70,100, 69.8 isn't even really on the books anymore. It looks like they're starting to defend 70,300 more than likely next. Yep, there it is, starting to capitulate right now. You can see right over here. Yep, right over there. This is going on in the order books right now, developing. Overall trading volume is 1.5. About 1 billion. 1 billion right now in the Bulls' favor against the Bears. It's been a while since I had actually said that. It's crazy. All right, the next leg up, if we do break out from here, is going to take us up to about 71,300 on the next move up. Again, we've been following this all morning with the breakout on the leg and the leg and the leg. Right now, sitting on sideways chop on the 15-minute, looking like a bull flag, looking pretty bullish still on the on the hourly. If we get a little bit higher, just a little bit higher. We have 30 minutes to do that on the 1 hour. The 4 hour, of course, everything else is going to be looking pretty green today. All right, so that's your current update. I need to probably get going and get some stuff done today, guys. I need to get groceries and all that stuff settled in for the week. That's the first week of March. Pay some bills. You guys know how it goes. the adulting continues after the live is over. Goes Operations in the chat says, man, my XRP was up 14k off of a $6,000 investment. I never punched out though. Damn. Now it's all way down for what reasons? For what reasons, Ghost? I guess you didn't take profits, man. Oh, damn it. That sucks. You're not the only one, guys. Again, head over to the Patreon if you guys want some solid advice to make sure you take some profits on the way up, right? Again, most of that pretty much starts with take your initial out after, of course, the big move. A 2x, a 10x, whatever. If you're in there and you got some serious gains, you definitely should have took your initial out. Let's get back. Why is XRP so overhyped, says John Doe. Most of the misinformation from 2021 last bull market. Well, I guess the last bull market, and the partnerships. I mean, Ripple has a lot of partnerships. The underestimation of the proposed market cap required for said amount of price action. It's just a lot of people don't understand how market caps work. right? A lot of things like that. And market cap matters. I always say market cap matters. That's my big two takeaways. I mean, I'm not the only one predicting that XRP is only going to get to like $5-6, 9, 10, 12 at the most within the next year or two. I mean, we did finally just get like Citibank and Standard Chartered come out with their predictions on XRP in the next few years. And again, it's about the same targets I've been talking about for years because market cap matters. All right. I'm not going to go into my whole entire XRP rant again. I will be here all day giving you, of course, the explanation again as to where I think that's likely to go. All right. So yes, that's why some of the reasons why XRP is overhyped, and it's also cheap, right? A lot of people flock to coins that have a smaller value, and of course just expect they can buy more of said thing. And a lot of people getting in last cycle just had the assumption that like a lot of coins were going to eventually get to like the same caliber in terms of price action as Bitcoin, and that's just so wrong. So wrong. Ethereum is probably the closest we have getting to Bitcoin price levels. Like, say for example, a $10,000 Ethereum or $100,000 is possible for Ethereum at some point. Not today, not tomorrow. It's still inflationary, has a burning effect, everything else going for it. But I mean, this is why tokenomics and of course market cap matters, because you need a time frame that makes sense, and you need to be a long. Have a longer time frame if you're looking for bigger numbers like that, bigger gains. For example, 10x on XRP is still possible within the next 2 to 3 years. Is that what you're aiming for? If not, then you got to get a little more degen, or you have to have a longer time horizon. It's as simple as that, guys. It's as simple as that when it comes to the XRP thing. All right. So anyway, enough ranting, enough raving. We do have a lot of other coins that we're looking at getting more than a 10x. That's why I'm not really paying attention to XRP on my channel. All right. So anyway, guys, have a good one. I'm gonna call it. I got to get some stuff done today. Got to get out there in the real world, pick up some groceries, get some errands done, pay some bills, do the thing, and maybe start my taxes. Probably not gonna have time today. It's just never enough time. All right, guys. So yeah, I will see you guys all again tonight for a special occasion. The worm moon approaches. And full moons do affect the markets, so we'll find out. We'll find out tonight. We'll go over all that entire thing, the whole hubbub about the full moons and the lunar cycles with Bitcoin's price action, etc., tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and of course later dragging that into a Patreon special live after the show is over, right around 9:30, taking that into the Patreon. For only $15 a month, guys. That's less than a date with your mom. You can hang out with the Chaos Crew on the other side. Have a good one today, guys. I will see you all again tonight. Later. So soon, guys. It's not that far away. So soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
Oh, so soon.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises. We've made the trade. The robots are rising. Ice taking the crown. But we're the ones that will back down.